Oh man. I legitimately I need some fucking coffee. I have to tell my girl to make me a cup of coffee. Uh Problem is it's fucking 10:28 p.m. So like probably not a good idea, but I've been on a good schedule and typically after I yap for a long time, the coffee like just legitimately won't do anything. You know what I mean? So, it's all good. Uh yeah, what's going on, chat? Welcome back to another Gotcha Smack stream, man. Gotta admit, boys, like I'm too fucking employed for this shit, bro. I'll be honest, but it's like one of those situations where I'm forced to weigh in because I have to make sure that um the narrative is accurate, that there's no misrepresentation on my behalf. Um yeah, fuck, here we are. It's like I'm dragged into this shit. Didn't want to be in it, but we're here. It is what it is. We got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to watch too, apparently. According to Saint, I've been farmed. His words, not mine. I've been farmed and weaponized by Captain Cabinets and Skull CJ and I don't know, whoever the fuck else. So like it's like this is one of those situations where like I have to like verify this stuff. And it's like, brother, yo, I mean, that's a lot of fucking things I got to go through. Like, I just took a peek at Cabinet stream, and it was like, I don't know, fucking eons long. I was like, oh yeah, there's no way I'm looking at all of this. Like, there's no way. I'm fucking too employed, bro. There's no way. Skull CJ at least has a video, right? So I can just look at the video and see what the context is there. But me and Saint he did reach out to me in the DMs, and the thing is, it's like I'm probably gonna have to explain some of the DMs because those might or might not cooperate with what the fuck has been said. I have no idea. We have to check this shit out. And so we're gonna look at that, bro. It's like, oh my god, man, brother, I'll be real. I don't really give a fuck about this shit, to be honest. But the thing is, the thing that's sticky about this is I have no idea if the narrative is accurate. You know what I mean? And so it's like, for my conscience, I have to make sure there wasn't shit twisted, or because the thing about me, Chad, is I'm one honest motherfucker. I'm probably too honest, right? But I can't extend that same honesty and just shoot it straight. I can't extend it to anybody else. I don't trust anybody else with my level of integrity. And so that's why we got to like go over this stuff. Oh shit. Now let me I did it again. I'm sorry, YouTube. Auto find and activate. All right, YouTube, you're in the chat now. Yeah, keep doing that, man. I forgot this new little multi-chat service I got. I have to constantly do that every time I go live. Honestly, now I know why everyone hates Sapes type of guy. If you don't agree with him, always takes your shit. I mean, I'm not going to comment on that, man. You know what I mean? The thing is, I'm not trying to put down Saint or anything. I'm just trying to literally just shoot it straight on what the fuck's even going on, like dead ass. That's pretty much about it. But yeah, how are y'all doing, chat? We always got to ask that. How are y'all doing? Actually, you know what? You guys, what do y'all know about this situation? Before I even look at any of this stuff, what is y'all, based off of everything y'all have seen, what do you guys have? Techie said something up there? Oh, shit. Is he on YouTube side? I always got to ask this. Is he on YouTube side or is he on Twitch side? YouTube? Let me scroll up. Damn, he said something a long time ago. Here we go. Hey, thank you so much, baby. I was shocked. I was shocked. This threat level hamster drama had the ripple effect it did. This should have been a one-day spat, and motherfuckers needed to move on. It's like, God damn, bro. These fucking egos, man. You know, it's like, holy shit, chat. You know what I wanted to do, man? Unlimited content glitch has lasted 4 days so far. I know, Rax. I know. It's like, my fucking God, dude. It's like, bro, you know what I was planning to do, chat? Deadass. I was planning, and I'm still planning, I was planning to react to my own playthrough of that I got canceled for and point out where I went wrong. That was like my plan. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, what the fuck is like? But it's just like I gotta delay that shit. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, let me delay that. Let me see what the fuck is all this going on. But here we are. And then we got Saint in chat too. Saint's in the chat saying, y'all act like I asked for this. Saint. It's like, bro, we gotta have some form of accountability here, man. We gotta have some form of accountability, you know? But it's like, hey, at the end of the day, I think a lot of you guys should be thankful that I'm not a slimy nigga, bro. I swear, chat. If I was diabolical, nigga, I would really be public enemy number one. If I was diabolical, chat, like if I had no morals, oh my fucking God, bro. I would farm. I'd give Tech a run for his money in the farming department, nigga. Boy, I'd farm y'all so fucking hard, bro. Oh, yeah, it'd be good. It'd be really good. Anyways, I'm gonna try not to get too passionate. I'm gonna try not to you know, we're gonna keep our emotions at bay, and we're just gonna try and be as fair and as honest as we possibly can, chat. Okay. First, I want to start off with the first response that that fucking Saint Tontes made. He made a response the other day. I already saw it off stream. I'm only showing it for context and to explain. I already saw it off stream, and then we DM'd after that, right? That's important to establish. Let's do this. Hold on, I'm putting in my AirPods. All right. Okay. Yeah. So once again, I want to go over, remove this. I want to go over full context, chat. Saint made a response apparently a couple of days ago. Y'all know me, bro. I don't stream every day. I stream like every other day. So we got to go find his other response, go over that shit real quick. And then after that, go over the response today. Like I said, in the DMs, he said that Cabinets and Skull CJ is farming me. So I got to verify that. This could be one of those streams that's unavoidably fucking 4 hours long. You know what I mean? It's unavoidable because I have to verify things, bro. Like that, I don't trust none of these niggas. Like straight up. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and go over here to yesterday, I guess. All right, give me a second. Oh, he started the stream off. Thank God, he started the stream off with this. Great.
I think 1,800 people. So
wait, what did he say? All right, let's get into it, boys. I'm gonna try not to like pause too fucking much.
Really a hey down how I'm reacting to some of the words over here. So without further ado, again, I'm not planning on turning this into a video. I'm not planning on turning this into anything. It's merely a hey, here's a public address that Smack decided to make in front of, I think, 1,800 people. So we're gonna obviously listen to it, knowing that there's been that many people that heard it. And obviously, I need to make a public statement addressing it.
Okay, I do think that's kind of funny that he's mentioning how many people are tuning in. I do think that's insane. I do think that's kind of funny. It's like you wasn't aware of that fact when your ass reacted to my public goddamn. You sure didn't mind that shit the other day, brother, when you had about goddamn 2,600 people up in the chat. He had to point that one out, chat. He had to point that one out, man. All right, okay, well, let's continue. I got, but I'm gonna give an opinion on the 1v9. Hi, Gotcha Smack. I'm sorry to link you this, but still, community called you Gotcha Diddy, and the guy who said still not banned. I heard about that. John Seaman, the biggest dick sucker in the industry for Kudo Games. You know what, man? That's almost that might be objective. That might be objective. Apparently, it's still in Saints Discord.
So Smack is over here, and just so we can kind of like play fair ball when it comes to having a member of our community who happens to be toxic towards another creator, I'm just going to simply state this, right? And I have to point out a level of hypocrisy over here because Smack decided to talk about this in front of all of his viewers. Loki Gacha is a creator who is Smack's moderator.
Yeah.
This is Smack's moderator on Twitch. And obviously, right, this creator has bragged about my strike, celebrated it, called me the biggest racist in the space, called me the biggest hypocrite in the space, blah, blah, called me a terrorist as well. Can't forget that one. So, Smack, your moderator is actively mass banning my chatters while also making these videos about me. And so I'm not necessarily very sure why you're out here grandstanding about toxic community members.
Okay, so there's a lot to unpack there. Bro was really going at it. One of the first things I want to clarify here is that I already reached out to Loki. I asked him and I said verbatim, I said, yo, whenever you have time, can you explain the beef you have with Saint and how it started? Just for context, because I'll be touching on this when I go live. I said, as I understand it, you never liked him for his biased criticism towards ZZZ, but I don't really know the whole story. Loki says this verbatim. If I remember correctly, it started during the whole ZZZ miasma thing. I called out the bullshit. EO posted a tweet saying, the community needs a me. I'm just saying, I'm kidding. He didn't say that. Tweet saying, miasma won't be an issue. So I made a vid off of that tweet based on a response from cabinets. Saint got involved and pulled up my Twitch and looked through my oldest vids on YouTube and called out my numbers, saying things like, wow, 3 years on YouTube, under 800 subs at the time, and personally attacked me. And his chat was being the absolute worst. I then comment more or less what I expected. Thanks, brother. So here's the thing, chat. Is it true? Is it untrue? At this point, right? It's going to be like what Loki said versus Saint. I don't really care. Here's what I know for a fact. These two have beef, right? They have beef. There's no doubt about it. And the way I handle beef with everybody is the same way, right? Think about it, chat. I'm cool with Genizad. Genizad's my fucking boy. Like I'm actually like Genizad's actually a friend, right? But I'm acquainted with Saint. I respectfully speaking, I can't call Saint a friend. We every fucking conversation we've ever had has been on stream for content and shit. You know what I mean? But I'm acquainted with him. I try my best to get along with everybody in the space. And so whenever people have beef, I tell myself that's between y'all. That ain't got shit to do with me. And so I've been very well aware of Loki beefing with Saint for quite a while. But here's the thing. Loki only beefs with Saint. He has a raging boner towards Saint, as a lot of people do, right? John Seaman is beefing with anybody that isn't slorp glorping Kudo Games, has shit talked every creator pretty much in the space, except the people he's a big fanboy of. Now, there's only two people John Seaman, actually there's three people that John Seaman is a fan of. Tectone, Saint Tontes, and Gacha Smack. But there's a little funny thing here. I banned John Seaman on Twitter. I blocked him. And he's been so livid about that. He's been obsessed with me ever since, right? So it's the funniest shit ever. If you look at John Seaman's Twitter, he's got like 20 posts on me, bro. Ever since I banned, bro is so mad. He's my favorite marketer on Twitter. Like, bro markets me so well, it's insane. Fuck it. Tech is literally having such a fun time in chat. I love it. Now, with that context being explained, chat, when I look at Loki Gacha and John Seaman, and I like grade them on a scale of problematic to the space, right? Loki's problematic to Saint. John Seaman is problematic to the space. That's just how I view that. So like that's just like the whole thing. Like if it was a Loki's problematic to Saint, John Seaman's problematic to Smack, then it'd be like, even. It'd be like, okay, yeah, close out, even. But that ain't the case, right? I'll be real. I don't think anybody should have John Seaman in their corner. I really don't think that. Because brother he's like a wild card, bro. I'm gonna be honest. He was my favorite fan until I blocked him. But anyways, the funny thing I find about this whole clip right here is, Chad, I was really just speaking in like matter of fact. I didn't really go like saying, how dare you have John Seaman in your Discord. I never said that. I never said, why is John Seaman in your Discord, right? Like, or dude, you need to get him out of your Discord now. You need to block him. And we'll go back and play it. I never said any of that. I feel like Saint immediately got on the defense, kind of like just because I mentioned it. I really just was shit talking John Seaman, honestly. So we'll go back over here and play it one more time.
Knowing that there's been that many people that heard it.
But Saint's Discord.
So Smack just go creator, celebrate, moderator, and standing about.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Heard of.
Here we go.
And obviously, I need to make a public statement addressing it.
I'm gonna give an opinion on the 1v9. Hi, Gacha Smack. I'm sorry to link you this, but still community called you Gacha Diddy, and the guy who said still not banned. I heard about that. John Seaman, the biggest dick sucker in the industry for Kudo Games, apparently is still in Saint's Discord.
So,
see, I just said apparently he's still in Saint's Discord. Like, it wasn't a matter of like, Saint, get that motherfucker out of your Discord. Like, how dare you, bro? I'm ashamed of you. Like, but Saint's response is like, it's as if I did that. It's fucking
Smack
hilarious.
Is over here, and just so we can kind of like play fair ball when it comes to having a.
I feel like on this day though, I don't know. I feel like he was already a bit defeated. He probably was caught off guard about my stream. I did stream at a time I never streamed, which was like 9 a.m. And then right after that, he went live. He probably was a bit caught off guard.
Of our community who happens to be toxic towards another creator. I'm just going to simply state this, right? And I have to point out a level of hypocrisy over here because Smack decided to talk about this in front of all of his viewers. Loki Gacha is a creator who is Smack's moderator. This is Smack's
Okay, so as you saw, I wasn't really like going in. I said like fucking what? I said John Seaman's the biggest dick sucker of Kudo Games in the space. And apparently he's still in Saint's Discord, which both are matter of fact. Both are literally matter of fact, right? And then after that, I say, yeah, and he did some weird shit with the tribalism. Like, this was all like just matter of fact. And then I moved on. And here's another thing I would like to say. I don't really care if John Seaman's in Saint's Discord. Like this, I really don't give a fuck about any of this. It's just like, it ain't got shit to do with anything, to be honest, bro. You know what I mean?
Moderator on Twitch.
I don't really care about this.
Obviously, right, this creator has bragged about my strike, celebrated it, called me the biggest racist.
He did. Fair, right? But that's like between y'all.
Toxic community members. So I'm just going to move past that one video. Called me a terrorist as well. Can't forget that one. So, Smack, your moderator is actively mass banning my chatters while also making these videos about me. And so I'm not necessarily very sure why you're out here grandstanding about toxic community members.
I wasn't grandstanding. I literally wasn't. You could say I was actually, I wouldn't even say I was grandstanding now when I just went over it. I just been fair, honestly. But here's what I will say. I think in this moment, and again, chat, this is not making anybody look bad. This is just me shooting it down the middle. I'll be real with you, chat. If I didn't have Loki in my moderator, John Seaman would still be in Saint's Dis. Why? Because John Seaman, when he's on your corner, that motherfucker got your back, like dead ass. This whole like, well, you've got Loki over there. It's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. Saint still would have him in his Discord. It's just like, it's almost a pointless argument. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be honest with you, chat. And so, yeah, I just feel like that was kind of like a pointless thing, if I'm being honest.
So I'm just gonna move past that one. I'm gonna let it slide. I don't really see why you're deciding to bring this one up. Just gonna be honest with you over here because you know what your moderator is saying about me.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. With respect, by the way, right? Like I'll just go ahead and show it to you guys. Look, hold on. Let me pull up Mr. John Salon semen in his mouth. Let's go ahead and pull this up real quick. All right, so I got him blocked, but I can at least look at it, bro. Mr. Salon semen in his mouth, bro. So he's like, you got this guy talking shit about me, smack, like yada yada yada. But like, brother, I'm gonna be real, bro. This is diabolical. This is all me. This is all about me, bro. This is even before me and Saint get into it, bro. Like, brother is like nigga is diabolically obsessed with me, bro. I'm not gonna cap, bro. You know what I mean? So it's like, bro, this is a pointless fucking discussion, man. But look, he's sure running defense for Saint. I see why Saint's running defense for him. Just realized the reason the drama even started is because the CJ guy was mad at Saint for covering DNA and infield situation. And he wasn't even wrong, by the way. Also, probably has resentment against Woo-Wah because he couldn't make it into space. And some CCs are siding with this guy. Like, this is semen in a nutshell, bro. You know what I mean? This is Salon semen in his mouth in a nutshell, bro. Bro runs defense. Like, and so, like, respectfully speaking, say, brother, just stand on it, right? It don't matter if I had Loki Gacha in my fucking as a moderator or anything, bro. You would have still had this nigga because he a good motherfucker to have on your corner, bro. Like, straight up. It's just call a spade a spade. Look at this, bro. Shared my story playthrough thumb down. What the fuck? This nigga. Yo, he really coming after me. That's crazy, dog. Bro just put a picture of this. Man, he is. Oh, shit. I got to go. Okay, no. Okay, we're still here. Bro, this probably the most disliked Woo-Wah related video on the internet. Bro is, wow. This nigga is clocked in on my comment section and the things I'm hearting. Yo, this is actually insane, bro. Bro, how far along? Oh, my brother. Holy unemployed. This is, oh my God, dude. This is what I haven't scrolled this far, bro. Like, geez, bro is a D1 hater. Wow. And look at him. Salon semen in his mouth. Wuthering Waves reached #1 on Steam's top sellers for the first time. Everyone's crying and get emotional. Gacha smack. Bro, what the hell is going? Does it keep going? Does it like keep talking shit about Captain Cabinets? You know what I realized? He talks shit pretty much about anybody, like any of Saint's ops, I would say. With me as an exception, he just hates me because I blocked him. Haven't seen Gacha Smack posting infield Google statistics to push agenda these past few days, so I'll help him out. Bro, this is actually insane. I'm gonna be real, bro. So like, damn, he's still going. January 25th. When you launch in a game difficulty, slightly different gacha system than normal, but you forgot to sponsor Gacha Smack. Browdish. I actually declined their sponsor, little bro. How well? You didn't know about that one though, did you? I declined that one. Yeah. And I still think Stellasaur's gacha system is dog ass. You know why? It's a side game. AAA quality is what Arknight's infield is. It's competing with the big pups. This is a fucking side game, little bro. What the fuck? Goddamn side scroller game, bro. Anyways, I don't want to spend too much more time on this. My point stands. My point stands, bro. Like, Saint, what's the point of this right here?
That's that one. I'm gonna let it slide. I don't really see why you're deciding to bring this one up. Just gonna be honest with you over here because you know what your moderator is saying about me.
That's an interesting last line to leave off of. That's an interesting last line to leave off of. You know what I mean? But hey, look, once again, man, Who fucking cares, bro? These two, this whole like topic right here, irrelevant. Irrelevant, bro. You want to keep John Seaman in your corner, you do you. You want, if I'm keeping fucking Loki Gacha in my corner, I do me. But if you had to ask me, bro, John Seaman, just that last name is sus, bro. Just saying.
And that's just really it. So it is what it is, man, right? So now I'm going to move on to the next point. Like I said before, I don't think that was like that big of a deal. It kind of is, but whatever. I'm not going to make a big deal.
It's not a big deal, Saint. It's really not, brother. If I'm being honest with you, that shit is a nothing burger.
A lot of it.
The same guy that like said some weird ass shit and correlated it to a tribalism thing.
Yeah. Let me show you what.
Oh yeah.
Is actually in one of your mods videos. Just really fast. Because if we're gonna be talking about like weird shit that like people are saying, yeah, this guy is just talking about my penis in a thumbnail.
Wait. Bro said Saint had a micro penis. He discovered the micro penis word before Tectone got called the guy with the micro penis. Before the 6'7" giant with the micro penis was designed. Bro, Loki discovered it before that. That's insane. Tech, brother, he gave you a run for your money, buddy. That's insane. All right. Okay. All right. Here we go.
Your moderator is talking about my penis in a thumbnail.
I'll be real. That shit's hilarious to me. Yeah. That shit's fucking hilarious to me. I'll be honest. Damn, he's really soaking that one in. Okay, let's continue on. Saint, you stuck your nose. Okay. All right, let's continue. Nose in my business. I'll stick my nose in yours. And
I had about 4 minutes worth of clips that were analyzed and broken down by Smack. I think he had a fair take. I think he had a fair analysis of them. I'm not going to go ahead and comment on that.
Same vein. Respect with this. That's actually a lot coming from Saint. You know, Saint's prideful ass. That's actually his prideful ass saying that is actually pretty damn impressive. I'll be real. That's pretty impressive. Here's what I will say to you, okay? And I'm only saying this, keep in mind, because yo ass stuck your nose in my business.
Okay.
I'm not gonna pick sides.
Okay.
Right? You got a lot of enemies already. I think he's been as about as tolerant as he could be, to be honest. Like I said, if you know Saint, I think he's being very tolerant here.
Well, Smack, this is the situation when it comes to the 1v9. You might not be aware of this, but I've already won. I win because I just uploaded this video this morning. This drama doesn't affect me at all. I just dropped this one this morning. After getting a strike, after getting mass reported, after all this stuff happened, I just dropped this morning. So I've already won. I don't have any issues. I don't have any concerns. So like, it doesn't matter if you pick a side.
If me and Saint were actually beefing, I would have a rebuttal for that. But I'm not interested in beefing, right? Like, so like, I'll just let him have that moment. I'm not going to say anything about that. Here's what I will say. And I think Asmon would say this exact same thing if he was in any way affiliated with you. You live by the sword, you die by the sword.
We're going to make sure to highlight that statement. You live by the sword, you die by the sword.
Okay, you're not a victim. If you are willing to get into that arena and start swinging that fucking sword, and people start swinging back, you don't say, ref, why are they swinging at me? You don't jump out of the arena and go, hold on, man, this isn't fair.
Okay, so Smack is basically saying over here that I am basically trying to pussy out of the fight, that I'm basically dishing it out, but then I can't take it back, right? And so I'm like calling the ref, I'm like calling my mom, right? I'm asking for help in that circumstance. That's what Smack is basically saying over here. So Smack used the terminology, if you live by the sword, you die by the sword. And the reaction over here to me, basically, he's saying that everything that's happened against me is actually justified. So
there we go. Chat, first of all, me and Saint have already DM'd, and I explained it. I just needed to show this full context because this part right here is important for y'all to understand. Sometimes Saint can just completely misinterpret, misconstrue, and it can just be far off the mark, right? So he just basically said, he put words in my mouth right here. He literally did. He said, you're saying it's justified. And I did not ever say that. I said, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. And I kept throwing analogies that were parallel to that analogy. But I explained this to him in the Discord. I did, right? And he went on, he kept going a little bit further on that ordeal. You said that's a straw man. The thing is, right now, Saints guards up, right? And so I think when you're defensive, when you're really defensive, judgment can be a bit clouded, right? And I think here's the funny thing. Here's one thing I also want to say. Me and Saint prior to this have pretty good rapport with each other, right? And so me saying this, it probably hurt. It hurt to hear. It hurt to hear me say that, right? And so it's like, I kind of understand it. I understand it, right? It's basically like a defense mechanism. It's like an off guard thing too. It's not a big deal, but I will say completely like twisted the words. And I'll explain the objectivity of it. I sent this to him in the DMs already, but I'll explain it again. Like I said, chat, for full context.
So, the storyline over here is that I had these thumbnails made about me, right? The most toxic Arcanite CC gets his holes gapped, right? Obviously, we see that one over
Bro, it's the way he said it, bro. I don't know if it was because of the 1.25 speed or what. It's the way he said it. Ah, damn, bro. Oh my god, dude. Dog, oh fuck. That is insane. Gets his loss. Chad, I just gotta say, like straight up, I just gotta say, CJ is a nigga, bro. Like that's a hood ass nigga, bro. Cause the way bro approaches things is definitely a hood nigga way, bro. No fucks given, no filter, bro. Just that's a nigga, bro. I'm telling you, dog. Oh shit. Oh, it's fucking funny. Okay, that motherfucker is definitely cut from my cloth. I'll say that, bro.
over here too, and then we got the Epstein file one as well, right?
Okay.
And so Smack.
Yeah, this shit is. I ain't gonna cap. This shit is crazy. All right, bro is out for blood.
Smack is saying that the response from these creators is justified and that I am not a victim and that it is in the sense.
I'm not saying that. Let's be clear. I never said that. That's how you interpreted it. It was to be objective. It's a false interpretation.
It's like deserved, right? Because live by the sword, die by the sword. CJ made all of these videos on behalf of other creators, and he started this entire drama. He made all of these videos, escalated these thumbnails, did all of these things to on behalf of other people who were offended by me, apparently. So Smack, what?
Yeah, I think that's actually pretty part. I do know they had some drama, but CJ definitely, to my knowledge, pretty much was like, I think he took on the mantle of bully the bully. That's in his perspective. I'm gonna bully the bully. That's pretty much his perspective.
What you're saying over here is that if a creator,
but I know they also had some prior beef. To my knowledge, I don't understand the whole fucking picture, chat.
Is making these thumbnails against another creator on behalf of others, it is justified.
Yeah, I know. Once again, I never once said it was justified.
And so, Smack, with your statement over here, you're saying that those same thumbnails, the same titles, all of that can be done to you, and you won't be a victim either.
Yeah, well, I definitely wouldn't be a victim, but the thing is, I never put myself in a position for my peers to do that to me, to be honest. Yeah, my peers, for the most part, like I said, chat. All my peers, for the most part, they respect me, and we're all on good terms. At least 10 creators reached out to me in this shit show that I'm in with the space, with me getting canceled for my shit take of story, right? And immediately all reached out, like, chat. I mean, Smack, hope you're doing all right, bro. Sorry you're going through that. Yeah, it's like I don't have that rapport, so it's like I wouldn't even be in that situation. But that said, if I was in that situation, I would know it's because of an action I committed to.
Because you're also living by the sword and you're dying by the sword here. We can understand that as well. You are making inflammatory statements. And I understand you said they're blanket statements. They're bad. Some of them are very bad. You've decided to retract them, right? I understand you said that on this stream as well. And so I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt over here.
Well, the thing is, I owned it though. I'm not going around like saying poor smack, right? I'm literally just throwing sword and standing on business. You know, we're not out here going like I'm a victim. I'm not doing that at all. Actually, I'm out here arguing with motherfuckers, but we ain't out here going down, bro. I'm innocent, man. And I actually went out. You can go and find my previous stream, and you'll come to find out that I literally said, "Oh yeah, it was yeah." This prior to this response, I literally was telling people, I was like, before the Saint Tontas response, I was like, by the way, guys, just so y'all know, Saint's not the reason I'm in this shit. I'm the reason I'm in this shit. This is my fault. That's what I said. I said that a bunch. So I owned it. That's the difference. Like Saint, he wasn't owning this 1v9 being entirely based on his own actions. And CJ coming at him based on his own actions that he committed to.
But I'm just going to be honest. It's very odd for you to say that this is acceptable behavior.
Never said it was acceptable.
In response to what I have supposedly done.
Okay, so we saw that. That's full context. Now I told Saint in his DMs because he was still of this mentality, and he was very respectful. In fact, I'm just somebody who shows context. I'm gonna read out what he said. All right, it was quite lengthy, but we're moving on from this though. Now we got to go into the next one. It was quite lengthy, but he kept it a stack. He said, "Yo, Smack, I'm sorry if you read this before I go live and do anything that I need to do, but let me just get a few things off my chest. Number one, I hear you out completely on your points regarding DMing me or DMing you or reaching out instead of making the comments that I made. I have been intentionally skipping any and all of your takes on 3.1 until I have played the story myself and was planning on making a vid covering the entire situation and helping you out. You didn't get sent any of this. And just like how you got frustrated with me for reacting to an out of context clip, you weren't reacting to any of the context at all from my end. That clip was the first ones I listened to. I apologize for that. Just a quick break. The thing is, I don't have the time or luxury to be keeping up with every single one of Saint's streams. Saint streams every goddamn day. Right? I'm not going in people's streams and fucking locking it, bro. I'm not chronically online. I'm not unemployed. I damn sure don't have the luxury to just be watching 7-hour streams all day and shit, right? So there's no way I could ever look at this kind of context. But what I will say is I don't need any further context. All I need is a quick like question here is why is my business even on your computer screen or in your discussion, right? That's all that matters. It's like I have seen this 1v9 going on for the last, I don't even know, bro. It's been going on for a long time. I never once was like, yeah, we got to talk about this, bro. Saints over here getting fried and destroyed by 9 other content. I don't. And here's another thing I really deeply despise from, this is not just a Saint thing, by the way. This is a lot of motherfuckers. I had a creator, I won't disclose his name, but I had a creator reach out to me and say, Smack, I just want you to know, I commented on that situation, that out of context clip of you. And just so you know, it kind of like, it hurt my feelings, like that, and that. So I did speak on it because my chat kept asking me about it. I deeply despise when creators use their chat as an excuse. It's like, to me, it's like, bro, my chat don't ever dictate what the fuck I'm gonna talk about. My chat don't even ask because they know. Like, nigga, shut up. You don't tell me who I need to talk about and who I don't need to talk about. It's very simple. If my chat talk about some like, yo, Smack, you seen this? Chat, what am I gonna say? I'm not even gonna say. Chat, what would I say when y'all come in here and say that? Literally, what do I do when y'all do that shit, bro? I'll let y'all respond. Y'all, because I know y'all have asked it a lot, bro. I do not care. Yep. Just ignore. It's none of my business. Like, yeah, I don't even entertain that shit. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck. I'll ban you. Like, I just don't even entertain it. So it's like, I don't like when people do the whole, like, Yeah, man. I had to make a video on it because everybody was talking about it. You know, I'm just like, brother, man, come on, man. Let's not hide behind my chat told me to talk about it. And let's just, once again, let's just shoot it straight and say, I'm gonna be real, bro. I was trying to farm. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you got in some hot shit. It's public. I'm gonna farm your ass at the expense of your own reputation and at the expense of your low-hanging fruit circumstance. Right? That's just what it is. I don't like this whole like I had to give a take on it because my chat kept asking me, bro. You know, I don't like that shit, man. But that's like I said, that's not just a Saint thing. I've had that problem with a lot of creators.
Because why did this all happen? Because of Gacha game takes. And yes.
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, what happened?
I understand you said that on this stream as well. And so I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt over here.
Actually, I told you I pre-watched this. I don't fucking remember that part.
But I'm just going to be honest. It's very odd for you to say that this is acceptable behavior in response to what I have supposedly done. Because why did this all happen? Because of Gacha game takes.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, wait. We're like getting two different things confused. My cancellation happened because of a Gacha game take. My cancellation, yeah, like my shit, my lawn got shit in it because of my Gacha game take. But that ain't got nothing to do with how this has happened, like how we got here. You know, that's just chat. I want to make sure I am being as fair as possible, and I'm holding Saint accountable where he needs to be held accountable, right? Like we're not sitting here fucking. Y'all don't think I'm like misconstruing brother or anything, right? Like I'm just holding him accountable where I can, and we're being fair where we can. But like, yeah, that's like we getting off topic there. We kind of like just mixing something in with something else. I don't know. That's kind of weird. I think that's the entirety of it. That's the entirety of it. Okay. So like, that was the first clip. That was the first day. Now, this is important because I have not seen Saint's other stream, right? I don't, this is the shit that happened today, this morning. Yeah. He DM'd me this morning. So like this happened this morning. All right. And this was after our DMs. This was after our DMs. I don't know what the fuck was said in here. Depending on what was said in here, I might have to like go over the DMs just to make sure shit is accurate. If shit is accurate, I don't have to go over the DMs. This is why I was telling y'all, chat, like, I really don't give a fuck to talk about any of this. But I was like, then again, though, Saint, with respect, he has a talent for narratives and shifting things in his convenience. That's just being fair. He does. And so I'm like, what the fuck was said? Was it accurate? Did it line up with what was exchanged in the DMs, so on and so forth? So I need to make sure. This is where I got to just basically verify things. You know what I mean? I need to be aware of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and go over this shit and see what the fuck was even said, man. All right. All right. So he starts off here. I did see his title. His title said he was gonna save me, which I'm gonna be all right. I giggled on that one. I'm like, bro, I think everybody knows, bro. The only nigga that's saving Smack is Smack, bro. Hey, damn, that shit is bussin'. Holy shit, I need to add that. To my OST. And that shit is also like not even copyright. Yeah, I'm gonna be real, bro. Skull CJ is a menace. Bro's got he got 5 black dudes back there with a very skinny white girl, and he's got Saint's picture on the white girl. And all the creators that Saint is beefing with, that's not even all of them, it's not enough, is in the back with the black dudes. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, almost forgot about that. Damn, I'm actually glad I remembered that. Chat. So Saint was saying that I thought it was justified, that this type of behavior is acceptable, even though I never said any of that, right? I almost forgot about this. This is very important. I told him in the DMs because he still had this mentality. That actually, I do have to disclose that. He said, second, this is the continuation of the DM he had first sent me. This is very important. He said, I found your commentary regarding live by the sword, die by the sword, and that everything coming my way was deserved, was incredibly hypocritical, given your current condition. Right? And so let's just pause right there. I never said it was deserved, so it can't be hypocritical because I never said that. Furthermore, this gave me the affirmation. He's still of the belief that what I said was interpreted correctly as what's happening to you is justified. The strike on your channel, that shit is justified. I'm not saying it's justified. Never did I say that. And I also didn't say you deserved it. What I said was live by the sword, die by the sword. If you can't take it, then don't dish it. If you can't handle the heat, get out of the fucking kitchen. If you live in a glass house, don't throw stones. That's what I said. Now, what did I fucking mean by that? That's important, right? So let's go ahead and pull up the good old trusty notepad. Oh, this is funny. Oh, actually, I'll show that another time. That was going to be for my other video about where I went wrong on my video. Okay, but who cares about that? So look, what did I mean? What did I mean by live by the sword, die by the sword, and all the other analogies? Okay, analogies. Oh, fucking hell, bro. Analogies, brother. Okay, it was an O. All right, moment. All right, so look, what I meant by that is every action has a reaction. Shout out my nigga, Newton. Isaac Newton. All right, that's what I meant by it. Every action has a consequence, right? That's what I meant by it. Now, if you still don't understand that, and I sent this to Saint, I said, if you walk into a grocery store, kick a man in his balls, the man turns around and shoots you in the head, you are not a victim. Neither is the consequence of that action justified. That's the best way to explain that. What he did, I ain't saying that shit is justified. But you aren't a victim. A victim is innocent. Does that make sense, chat? That's the best way to explain it. And that is what I mean by you live by the sword, you die by the sword, you can't handle the heat, get out the kitchen. There's no other way to look at it, right? You could go and poke the bear. If the bear claws your motherfucking chest off, the bear claws your torso off its fucking limbs. Brother, I ain't saying that bear was justified, but you probably shouldn't have poked it. You know what I'm saying? That's the best way to put it, bro. So it's like, that was what I said. It was important to explain that context, right? Don't throw stones if you live in a glass house. That's what I meant by it. And so I said, like, he misinterpreted it. And so that's important to disclose. I'm not saying this shit is justified. I'm saying it's a consequence of your actions. All right. Bro, Chad, I shit you not. I actually forgot for a split second what we were even doing. That bitch was banging so hard in my ears. I legit ADHD'd. I was just like taking in the music. Nigga, I was like, I forgot, bro. Like, just lost all train of thought. Good ass song. Okay, let's continue, man. Oh, man. That's a good one. We need to add that shit.
Like,
okay, here we go. Day 2. All right. Let's hear what was said.
That's who she's decided to make her bed with, so why not use the language they use with each other?
Oh, let's turn that back up. Sorry, chat.
I just find it crazy that somebody that said that about her, she's now supporting.
Okay, hold on.
like so many different different angles. I'm not trying to farm him.
Wait, what happened?
We've got a bit of a conversation to have, and it sucks that we have to have this one. It sucks that we have to have this one. And the thing is, guys, like I said before, I mean, I feel like it's been obvious this entire week. I don't feel any need to farm Smack. I've never felt a need to farm Smack in this situation, right? I mentioned it so many times. I mentioned it like so many different different angles. I'm not trying to farm him.
I think that's fair. He's a habitual liar. I don't think he's lying right here. There are definitely instances where he could have farmed me, for sure.
Now they're making me.
Fuck.
Now they're making me.
Okay, hold on now. Let me think about that for a second. I don't know. I can't get behind that one. Yeah, I can't get behind that one. I can understand to a degree what he's trying to say. He's saying, and I haven't seen what the fuck these two have said yet. He's saying because they are, and this is context from the DMs that he sent me. He's saying that they're weaponizing me against him, right? And they're reacting to what I said about him, which is in exchange forcing him to react to them, I guess. Which I'm in it, so it's like inevitable. I guess that's what he said. Let me let him cook a little more.
All right.
He's lying. Nobody weaponized you against say. Well, listen, I don't know what the fuck's true, what's not. That's why we're watching it. That's why I said. That's why we're watching it. I don't understand everything. I don't know what the fuck's going on. So let's see it.
All right. All right. So we're just gonna be playing this part over here. No real big deal over here. No real big deal at all. Basically like a replay of the part that we played on stream the other day. Gonna mention that I've already talked it out with Smack and we come to like a mutual understanding about certain things. You know, and the goal over here is to not go into Smack. The goal over here is to merely talk about the insane stuff that's being peddled based off of this live stream over here, and of course in the Skull CJ videos.
I don't think he said anything wrong here so far, deadass.
So we're just gonna go ahead.
Nothing's wrong here.
Actually, just clarify all of that, just so it's like.
Well. What do you?
I mean, let's just be real here, right? I'm not sure how Smack feels about his words being used in this way. I'd imagine he'd prefer if they weren't. Especially if they're being misconstrued.
Why?
Be on the platform. So, like I said before, I just see a couple. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay.
This is like a sound state of mind.
I thought he was gonna show what like something. That's why. See, that's why. Chat. You see why I said like this can be a long stream because it's like now I gotta go and see where the fuck this. Now I gotta go verify that. Right. I gotta go verify that.
Wait, has her screen not moved from that?
Found the Saint Goons. Why do y'all keep spamming Saint Goons? I don't care if Saints chat is in here as long as they aren't starting shit or trying to like do any weird ass parasocial shit. I don't mind. Mods though, if you do see this happening, if you see them like just not even trying to listen to this, because obviously y'all know I'm not trying to do anything, get them out of here, right? But that said, if they're just chilling, like not doing anything crazy, giving respectable comments on the context, there's no need to ban anybody. Okay. I don't mind you guys being here. I don't mind you guys saying, hey, Smack, maybe you didn't consider this or whatever the hell, right? Like, I don't mind any of that.
Wait, so she was.
Hey,
wait, she just had this for an hour?
Okay, hold on, man.
On a
See,
mental break?
this is the problem with this. I gotta fucking get through all the fluff, bro.
Wait. I'm spitting. Put that back up. I'm spitting. No, it's confirmed.
Okay, bro.
Yeah, no, this is factual now.
Is this in 1.25? No, it's not.
That's just after what I just saw on this VOD recording. That's factual. What do you even mean,
bro? Saying in 1.25, bro. He reminds me. Sounds like that fucking that parrot from Aladdin, bro. Jafar's parrot.
No, that's just true.
It's like a little slightly higher. The parrot's slightly higher.
Oh my god, she's.
Only when he like gets mad, you know, it's like his pitch raises a little higher.
Like, okay, look how long she's on this smack segment.
Slight cook.
How long she's on here. Let's just see. I just want to see how long she's on it.
That's not good for me because I got to go verify.
Wow, she is farming this. Holy shit, she is farming this. God damn. I didn't know she farmed it this much. Okay, so it's like 2:28:53. 2:28:53 is like the start time.
Okay, if I'm being fair here, all right, we got to be fair. Ain't you the last nigga on planet Earth that need to be talking about how long somebody's farming something, bro? Your career started with people memeing on you spending 4 hours on one clip, brother. You spending 4 hours on like 5 minutes of shit. It's like, bro. And Saint used to be, I remember this shit. Saint back in the gap too, he used to be like, you guys are just jealous because y'all can't create content off of such little things this long. It's like, bro, come on, bro. This pot called the kettle black. And you still do this shit to this day, bro. You still do this shit to this day, brother. Let's simmer down. All right. Hey, shooting it down the middle. Just being honest, man.
Is that 2 hours and 30 minutes?
Okay.
She farmed that for 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Yeah, Saint, brother. Sorry, bro. That's literally the pot calling the fucking kettle black here, bro. All right. Where's it get to me, man?
She went all the way to me. Shocked about that one. Unk, you got to stop giving her attention. That's what she wants. Guys, this is the thing. We're just verifying and gathering glue. We're verifying and gathering glue just
That's what I'm doing.
so I can obviously dispel the misinfo that's going to be in this video. Alrighty, lady.
Okay, here we go. I think we're starting. I think we finally fucking found it. Check my DMs. This is what they are referring to. I believe the vid he just dropped. 2v9. Oh, Saint just dropped it. The thing is, man, I actually prefer this because I want to know. I don't trust videos because they edit out shit. You know what I'm saying? I want to see this. The VOD is way better context. No disrespect. This is better context.
And gentlemen, as you're probably aware, there's been a bit of a situation brewing, right? There's been a bit of a talk. Some of you might be seeing some rumors that Gacha, Smack, and I might have some drama forming, right? This is the reality.
You want the raw take? Sure. Go ahead. I'll take your raw take. I'm still going to watch this, but go ahead. Yeah, man. I mean, hey, if Saint viewers are in here and you guys have the raw take, I'll take it and then I'll watch it with that raw take in mind, you know? TJ's latest video gets full context. I'm sorry, with respect, brother. No creator's video, I would say, ever gives full context, right? There's a negative bias, and I got nothing against CJ, right? There's a negative bias, bro. It's like you can't expect me to take an enemy's point of view as the source. You know what I mean? Like the correct and objective source. It's like you can't expect me to do that. I'm sorry. Even if CJ got integrity, like I told you, I can't trust nobody in these circumstances except myself, you know?
Talked it out. We've sorted it out.
But that's what I'm saying. It's going to be a while because, like, bro, I got to look at all this shit.
Recognize wrongdoing on both sides. We've also made, you know, the various takes to each other, understanding the positions that we're coming from, and of course, are looking to move forward. And the thing is that while we're trying to move on past whatever has occurred.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I got to hear this from the beginning again. Let me hear that again. I'm sorry, Chad. I wasn't even locked in.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, as you're probably aware, there's been a bit of a situation brewing, right? There's been a bit of a talk. Some of you might be seeing some rumors that Gacha Smack and I might have some drama forming, right? This is the reality. We talked it out. We've sorted it out. We've recognized wrongdoing on both sides. We've also made, you know, the various takes to each other, understanding the positions that we're coming from.
Yeah, no, I gotta challenge this one. I do. There's no wrongdoing on my side. I'd never even admitted wrongdoing in the DMs. That's just straight up. The wrongdoing on me has everything to do with me and my community, right? If my community was offended by my story playthrough, that's the wrongdoing that I did, right? That's between me and my community. But in terms of the wrongdoing for Saint, I didn't acknowledge no wrongdoing. I'm gonna be completely honest, chat. I didn't acknowledge no wrongdoing because I didn't do anything wrong. And just so maybe we got to bring out the notepad here again, just to fucking make sure we got all the context. Let's just go ahead and explain this real quick. You know, the notepad is like a good little timeline here, right? Saint stuck nose in my business. Okay. All right. And then farmed me for a good 4 minutes, right? Then the public took the clip and posted to Twitter, like shit like that, right? He did not make me look good, right? There we go. And then after that, promoted his stream with, you know, at the expense of me being the butt of the joke. The butt of the joke. AKA my cancellation. This is full blown. This is how the shit started, right? Now, to be fair, the way he marketed it was fucking hilarious, but it's just too soon, not the right time. You know what I mean? I'm already under shit. And then you're farming me in a brilliant way because everybody wants to like hear about the smack shit right now. You know what I mean? It's actually finally calming down, right? But like everybody in the space, literally, bro, I saw people saying "fuck you, Gacha Smack" in Gigit's playthrough. I saw them literally saying my name in every person's playthrough. That's how like viral I went with my story playthrough and how pissed off people were. Right? So it's like him promoting his stream with no laugh and no smack and no cancellation or whatever. Like everybody's going to immediately just click on it because they're thinking it's going to say something about it, like so on and so forth. So like this is the full context, right? And so with that said, what happens next, right? I see it and I respond, right? I see it and I respond. I hold Saint accountable for sticking his nose in my business. And then I give a very fair take on his 1v9 situation, right? Chat, that is full context. That's what happened. Right? I said you stuck your nose in my business. Now I'm going to stick my nose in yours and I'm going to give a fair take. Okay? The fair take, we've already went over it. So there's no wrongdoing on my behalf. And this is why I said and now you'll understand why I have to go over all of this. Because this is Saint and this is respectful. This is Saint fucking doing damage control. This is the whole, he's trying to equate the wrongdoing. Like me and Smack both fucked up. Saint, I'm sorry, brother. I can't stand with you on that one. Because when it becomes to like between strictly me and you, I didn't do anything wrong. Not to you, bro. I'm sorry, I didn't do anything wrong. You could say the other people did something wrong to you, but all I did, nigga, was keep it a stack in a very minimal effort, and I had to check you because you fucking stuck your nose where your business didn't belong. That's just the truth. That's just the goddamn truth. So, you know, once again, him saying this is a bit odd to me. And, you know, in the DMs, you know what? We can read out the DMs because I think that's important. right? I think that's very important. Now that we're at this point, it's like I have to read out the DMs because maybe I said something that Saint misinterpreted. Let's see here. All right. Where the fuck do we even begin? Jesus Christ. It's not, the DMs aren't that fucking long. A little windy. All right. I understand that you're speaking from a moment of betrayal as well that I caused. But you have to understand, weaving in statements surrounding John Seaman and how it's odd when he's on my server is also insanely hypocritical when Loki Gacha, who you know is spamming negative content around me, is your moderator, where I throw stones from the glass house. Okay, so he's like, once again, chat, this was before I even responded, but we already went over that. I found absolutely no need to push this any further than it's been pushed, and never was intending on making a negative piece on you. But my hand has now been forced because your comments are being weaponized. And so I took that, and this is my response actually. Oh, wait, no. He responds a bit more. Cap is currently in the middle of a 5-hour-long stream dissecting your live stream, VOD, and my response with a notepad open and 20 plus points. Damn. And you're also getting farmed by Skull CJ too in his most recent video. So he says, I'm getting farmed by Skull CJ. I'm going to be real, just hearing that, it sounds to me like I'm not getting farmed, Saint's getting farmed, and Skull CJ is just using what I said to farm Saint. That's what that sounds. But Saint is saying I'm getting farmed by Skull CJ. I don't know if I don't know about that one, but we'll check it out. We'll check out the fucking the video. Maybe he's right. I do unfortunately feel the need to address that, so my apologies in advance for that. I have been saying for the past week, CC's involved in this 1v9 or acting out of irrationality in this drama, and I'm sorry you're now the center stage in it. Okay, now chat, I respond. Yo, I appreciate the DM. Firstly, I think all of you are acting irrationally. You also don't have to make a negative piece, quote unquote, as you call it, on me, especially considering I held back and tried to keep it fair. But if that is the play you want to make, my man, then go for it. I'll respond in kind. I would like to say you are objectively wrong about my take, though. I'll paste a clear-cut example of what I mean. In chat, when I said he was objectively wrong, I said he was wrong about him putting the words in my mouth that I thought it was justified and deserved that he got a strike and he's getting all these crazy fucking thumbnails from CJ, bro. And so I said, yeah, you're objectively wrong about how you interpreted that. I never said it was justified or deserved. And I said, the analogy objectively means for every action, there is a reaction. Every action has a consequence. Example to make it more clear, if Saint walks up to somebody, kicks them in the balls, and that person shoots Saint with a gun afterwards, Saint is not a victim, nor is the consequence of his action justified. It is merely a consequence of that action, right? So my situation, by the way, I've gone on record saying it's my own fault. I owned it. Right? Because he was trying to like do the whole like, we'll see, you're being a hypocrite because you're in a situation right now. And I'm like, well, brother, I own that. I'm sorry if this is a bit lengthy, chat, but this is important to the context here, right? And Saint goes, you know what, man, fuck it. I just got to show this just so you guys don't know I'm like making this shit up, bro. I'm kind of forced to show it, chat, to be honest, because now we're at this point where Saint said something that didn't necessarily like, frame this in an accurate sense. And I'm trying to make sure we're showing this shit as accurate as we possibly can, bro. Take all the time you need. Okay. All right. No, yeah. You need to show it. All right, cool. We'll show it. It's fine. We'll show it. That's completely fine. The thing is, Unk Smack doesn't know how to fucking zoom in. I don't know if I even can zoom in. That's okay. What the analogy objectively means. Okay. All right, here we go. By the way, the piece I'm making isn't going to be negative. That's what Saint says. I'm focusing on how you are getting weaponized. I could see how the wording is my last paragraph. If it is odd, that's my bad. I said, just so you know, I haven't had time to address it, but was planning to. All I was going to say next is what I just sent to you. And then I was going to make a public statement saying, going forward, to ensure there is no conflict of interest between us, we mind our businesses, keep each other's names out of our mouths, and this can never happen again. That's what I said to Saint. That's what I was planning to do. But brother man, he gave a response to this that kind of like just perpetuates the process. if your words are getting weaponized against me by other CCs right now, unfortunately, your name's going to have to be said. You're currently in my business right now, but I'm happy to move on with those terms once this is all settled. Right. So this was Saint's response to it. And just so you know, chat, from my perspective, I'm thinking just because my words are being used against you by other CCs, I don't think that really necessarily constitutes the need to pull me in it when you already commented on my words publicly. Right. And so it's like, and at the same time, you know, I'm in your business because you was in my business and I kept it objective, you know, but that's why I said my response to that was bet. I'll check it all out tonight or tomorrow. That's what I said, right? Bet I'll check it all out tonight. Now, I don't want to show the whole thing because I feel like some of it, he didn't say anything too personal, right? Oh, fuck it. I guess we have to at this point. I said, bet I'll check it all out tonight or tomorrow. He says, for sure. And I'm going to be using some fair clickbait for it, but we'll clarify it ain't an attack on you in the first 30 seconds. Like you said, action and reaction. And you already know how far this has gone. That's what Saint said. Now, I think I laughed at this. Oh, I said, okay, here's what I said. I said, sure, but me getting involved in it is your fault, though, first. You shouldn't have made that public comment. And Brother Man says, I agree, but in a similar vein, you didn't need to make yours. And now we'll both deal with the consequences. And I found this funny. All right, take a quick break. I literally put LOL, okay, buddy. I put LOL, okay, buddy. And I find this funny because when I put LOL, okay, buddy, because in my head I was thinking like, I was like, so say like basically, you know, you slapped me. And I slapped you back, and you said, now we got to deal with the consequences of your actions. I was like, bro, that's not how this works, bro. So I laughed, you know? Yeah, I thought it was funny. I was like, oh, this thing is, he's built different, bro. Okay. So let's continue on, man. He said, brother, I'm just using your own language. And I respond, you are essentially telling me I should have stayed quiet as you farmed me. And then I said publicly. And then Saint goes, nah, I think you were fully justified. Right? So Saint acknowledged. He's like, nah, I think you were justified. And then he says, it's just, there are consequences for it. I said, fair game, my man. And I'm going to be completely honest. The fair game, my man, was me like basically saying, whatever, bro. I can tell at this point, he's not changing his stance. He legitimately thinks like he started it. And so I do it eye for eye. And he's like, yeah, nah, bro, fuck that. I have to get the last hit in type. I was reading that. I was like, okay, bro, all right. He has to get that hit in. Okay. But depending on how this goes, maybe he didn't get the hit in, right? I don't know. We'll see. He said, and it's because the other CCs are using you to farm me. I said, yeah, I hear you. He said, so again, I don't blame you at all for this. And sorry if I didn't mention that. I don't think I did. I should have opened with that, my bad. And I said, it's all good, man. Just my advice, brother, from a healthy place. He said, no, it's all good, dude. We are in the shitter right now, laughing my ass off. I said, yo, it's all good, man. Just my advice, brother, from a healthy place. I said, it doesn't feel good to sleep at night with enemies, man. I hope you take that sincerely. And my intent there was saying, I don't like it's no matter what Saint, what bravado he tries to put up, what bravado I try to put up. At the end of the day, going to sleep knowing you got a lot of enemies, that shit don't feel good, bro. And you can try and be as like hard as you want to be. I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna have a weird feeling in your chest. You're gonna be like, man, fuck, bro, this shit is ass. You're gonna be waking up earlier than you need to because you over here stressing about all these fucking enemies. Right. So I was trying to tell him like basically like this was my effort at going, man, just when you go live, bro, let's not make enemies, nigga. Like once it happens, once that line happens, it ain't no going back from it. You know what I'm saying? So Saint's response to it was fair. He says, it's a blend of having enemies, but also a sense of security from knowing who was a hair away from stabbing you in the back. And I never responded. That's full context, chat. That's full context, right? So now y'all have that. You know, you got full fucking context. It was, by the way, Smack, why'd you show those DMs? I had to at this point because we reached a point of disagreement on how the DMs went. And because Saint just said, like, we both acknowledged our wrongdoings. And I'm like, well, I didn't acknowledge no wrongdoing. You know what I mean? Now, if you ask me, Smack, do you think you were out of pocket in your story playthrough? I would say I was a fucking asshole and my actions caused me to get quote unquote canceled, right? And there was definitely things I could have said better. In that live stream, I said that anybody who rates this story, and this was halfway through, chat, this is important. I said anybody who rates the story, this was at the halfway mark when it was kind of slow for me, who rates this story a 10, I was like, you have lost all credibility and respect for me. I was like, I think rating this shit a 10 is a fucking, you have the criteria of a 2-year-old. I was going in, chat. I was like, you got the fucking criteria of a 2-year-old, but there's no way you went through this first half and thought this shit was a 10 out of 10. I was like, if that's a fucking 10, then what is Clear Obscure? Like, I was going in, chat. But it's like, basically, like, if you ask me what wrongdoing I did, I was a dick in my playthrough. I had low energy. I should have went to sleep when I was tired. I kept playing. Like, chat, I was already getting ready to make a video about this, right? Like, low energy. Never stream a story on low energy. Didn't turn off the chat. Put in emote only on Twitch and members only on YouTube next time, dumbass nigga. Debating with chat. Number 2 solves this. Finishing in one go. Like, I was putting the notes down like where I went wrong. I'm trying to learn from this shit, bro. But basically, like, you know, the thing is, once again, wrongdoing to Saint, nowhere to be found. All right, errors in my story playthrough, I'll hold myself accountable on that one, right? With full context, chat, I think it's safe to say y'all understand why I had to disagree right here when Saint said there was wrongdoings on both sides, and I think he was just, respectfully speaking, you know, he was looking out for himself and doing a little bit of damage control. That's the only way I know how to shoot it, bro. A little bit of damage control, man. Hey, chat, we not painting Saint in a bad light. We painting him in the right light. All right, just a little bit of damage control right there.
And of course, are looking to move forward. And the thing is that while we're good, while we're trying to move on past whatever has occurred, it just so happens that other CCs involved, or really not involved in this, but they desperately want to be involved because of the clout that it can bring, they don't want to let this one go. And so now I unfortunately have to use this video over here, right? I have to use this video as an opportunity to actually just go ahead. Okay, sorry. Let me just read. Let me actually just clean up the chat for a second. Because Smack is bigger than you, he don't get attacked? No, because I don't think Smack is a loser.
You know what? I will say that shit would piss me off. It would. It's like, bro, you're challenging a man's pride at that point. You know what I'm saying? You're challenging a man's pride at that point. That shit, that like you basically, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like 10 out of 10 rage bait. It's 10 out of 10 rage bait when you do that.
That's the thing. I don't think Smack is a loser that needs to be crucified and have his career ruined for his takes. Because you do realize I could if I wanted to, right? Like, do people not understand that I could if I wanted to? There's no reason for anybody to be doing anything like that in this space. Especially for creators like us. There's no reason at all for that to happen.
Respectable confidence. Admirable, but mistaken. Okay. Got a little confidence there, eh? All right, shit. I had a little confidence there, man. Listen, man. Here's what I'll say, right? The only person that can cancel Smack is Smack. The only person that can end Smack's career is Smack. Oh, Saint has a response. You're misinterpreting that one. Saint, go ahead and clarify. I'm talking about farming, not ruining your career. Oh, yeah, fair. Okay, that's fair. Hey, Saint, by the way, now that I see you in here, if you want to give context to this stuff, when I come across something, brother, feel free to, bro. Right? Feel free. I got to see this stuff. Now, chat, farming, I'm going to be honest. Saint's a hell of a farmer. I believe, yeah. Saint's a hell of a farmer. Saint can get a 1 out of 10 right now on my cancellation. Oh yeah, that little motherfucker know how to farm. There's no doubt about that. But it ain't gonna ruin my fucking career, right? I will say, Tate, I don't think this was misconstrued, brother. The way you worded it was pretty bad. Also, the part about the wrongdoing, I worded it also wrongdoing because I needed the extra clarification to understand what you meant. I listen, brother. I'm only taking what you're saying to the best of my capabilities. Am I being honest? Like right here, you kind of, like the way you worded it, it kind of led into something. You know what I mean? Saying he's a hypocrite. Okay, mods. Look, I'm not, guys, we got to relax. All right. Especially now that I know Saint is in here. I don't like the, the attacks on him. He's in here. Respect Saint. I will, chat. I will ban your ass, especially if he's in here. I don't appreciate that. You can be critical. You can be critical, but we aren't about to be sitting here disrespecting a nigga that's in my chat. All right, it's not happening. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and continue. He's saying I misconstrued. Hold on, let me go back up. Just like how you misconstrued what I said, I did the same to you. Okay, but okay, hold on, though, Saint. Let me make sure we're back here. Hold on.
That's the thing. I don't think Smack is a loser that needs to be crucified and have his career ruined for his takes. Because you do realize I could if I wanted to, right?
Yeah, Saint, that's not a misconstrue, brother. You misspoke. Right, you misspoke. I'm just being honest. But hey, you're in chat. That's fine. It's completely fine.
Like, do people not understand that I could if I wanted to? There's no reason for anybody to be doing anything like that in this space.
Yeah. Once again, he clarified it as we farmed. All right, then we both misspoke, to be fair. Because I did not take your victim statement the way you explained it in DMs or live today. Give me some context, brother. Where did I misspeak? Your explanation today was way more clear and didn't have room for misinterpretation for the victim live by the sword thing. Oh, you're saying it was way more clear than what I said in the DMs, and I think your initial explanation had a lot of room for it. I see what you're saying. Okay, no, I understand what you're saying. He's saying, Chad, I will say I didn't misspeak. You're saying I should have elaborated on that. Right? I get what you're saying. You're saying, so what Saint is essentially saying, I got it. When I responded to him and I said, I'll give my take on this situation, I said, live by the sword, die by the sword, and so on and so on. But I never elaborated on what I actually meant by that. Right? And he's saying, I could have elaborated on that. And the thing is, Saint, although I agree, I'm trying to be as fair as I possibly can here, right? I don't want to we're not trying to get it. You assumed. I didn't misspeak. I just didn't elaborate. I expected you to figure that out. But me not elaborating is not a misspoke. That's just, I expected you to understand what I meant by that. And then you took that as a misinterpretation. That's what I would say. You left too much room for interpretation. I think that's a misplay. Saint. Brother, live by the sword, die by the sword is like, it's a pretty famous one, my boy. I'm gonna be honest, man. It's a pretty famous one, you know? Just get in the call. So chat, I love when y'all say that because what you don't realize, right? This is why I said I have to go over all of this because this has been pushed to the public perception of everything, right? You're saying just get in the call, Smack, right? But this has already been pushed out to the public. You see what I'm saying? I have to go over what he's already pushed out to the public. Brother, look at your notepad. You wrote an entire paragraph to explain live by the sword. Yeah, I did. Hold up. Let's see here. Let's see what he's talking about. Yeah. So what did I mean by live by the sword, die by the sword, and all the other analogies? Every action has a reaction. Shout out my nigga Newton. Every action has a consequence. If you walk into a grocery store, kick a man in his balls, then man turns around and shoots you in the head, you are not a victim. Neither is the consequence of that action justified. So where are we going with this? Just out of curiosity, where are we going with this, brother? I'm pretty. I feel like I did the exact same thing I sent to you in DMs. The only thing that this wasn't elaborated in on my very first response to you. I don't think your paragraph is the immediate interpretation everyone has from your take. So saying your whole argument here is that I need to elaborate more, right? That's your whole argument. So if we take that argument and we say, I should have elaborated more, all it does is still come back to my original intent. There is a saying, there's a literal saying. I'm gonna go ahead and break the saying down to you. It's called, we should not assume. Why shouldn't we assume? And it's an old school corny saying. Because you make an ass out of you and me. And ass you me spells assume. Right? So like me personally, if we swap roles and you were to say the exact thing I said, I wouldn't try to interpret your words. Because if I was confused, I would just be like, yo, Saint, what did you mean by this? You know what I mean? Yo, Saint, what do you mean by this? That's all I can do, right? If I don't know, like, literally what you're saying, I'm just gonna be like, I don't know, man. I don't know, you know? I don't know what the fuck he's trying to say there. But I will say, you took it to the defense and you just misinterpreted. The thing is, I think where things are getting a little weird is you're saying I misspoke, but misspoke versus didn't elaborate is there's two different things, brother. I wasn't confused. Your statement seemed clear to me, and I viewed it as you saying the stuff that happened to me was justified, but I understood your position after your explanation. Yeah, I think we're not getting anywhere with this one saying, I'll be honest, brother. You know, I think what you're saying is, you know, your point of view, right? I think it's your point of view. That's your prerogative. But, you know, I would like to say, brother, I said this is one of those weird situations because it's like we're getting nowhere with this, and I will say it's all fucking retarded. But this is why I tried to tell you in the goddamn DMs, like, you don't have to make this video, because you make this video, then we're fucking. This is it. Now we're in this awkward ass situation where I have to verify everything. You know, I mean, like it's we're here, brother. I don't know, man. I'm just. But here's the thing: like, if you want to talk, say, you know how I am, right? If you're still awake, I don't know. It's up to you. If you want to talk after all of this, we can. But I now have to see if there's anything else in here that is, you know, a bit weird. Just watch the vid, man. It's fine. Okay, hold up. We're right here. Chat. Do I need to watch anything more from here on out? Or would you say, fuck, never mind. I'll just watch.
Especially for creators like us. There's no reason at all for that to happen.
All right, let's continue, boys.
You attack everyone else? Who? Who did I attack? And if you call it an attack, was it them having their own statements that they've said turned against them? And if you feel like the attack genuinely just consists of, oh, their arguments got dismantled, so they...
You know what? I'm fucking over it. Say, you want to get in the call? You want to get in the call? It's this shit. I'm be honest, bro. I'm too employed for this. You want to get in the call and just talk this shit out? Because like this is getting absurd, bro. All right, let's talk about it, man. Come on, get up in here. Fuck did I miss over the last weekend? I'll fill you in later, man. Okay, let's get in the call. Yo.
Check. You hear me?
Let me turn you down. Hold on.
I'm loud as fuck.
And now let me turn that. Right. Say something again.
What's up?
All right, I think that's a good volume. All right, go ahead, bro. What the fuck are you saying in this video? And just go ahead, lay it out for me.
Yeah, so I noticed that you got through. So basically, that stream that you're looking at right now, it's got like a couple of parts to it, right? You're not even like at the part of like the actual video because I think like the main thing is that we're kind of like getting, at least in my opinion, I feel like we're personally getting caught up on like a couple of like words. And I think the big one to me was the wrongdoing thing, right? I think we like that's what ended up like, getting the DM shown. And I'm gonna be honest, I have no problems with these DMs being shown because I feel like we're both being relatively. I think I saw somebody in chat say these are the most professional DMs I've ever seen between two CCs.
Yeah,
So,
and just to be clear, I want to cut you off. Sorry, I want to cut you off. I would never disclose your personal information. Like this, that was the only reason why I disclosed that because I was like, okay, this is perfectly publicly accessible.
Yeah. So my viewpoint on this whole thing is just like, okay, the interpretation that I got from your statement, I thought your statement was way too open ended. And if I came to that interpretation, right, then there's clearly the possibility that somebody else could have as well. And I think with an elaboration on your end that you gave right now on stream and in the DMs as well, it becomes a lot more clear. And other people might not be running with the idea, right? That like, oh, that's like being said, oh, Gacha Smack approves of this. Oh, Gacha Smack approves of what's happened to Saint. Because I think a combination of the statements, you're not a victim, plus, right? You're not a victim, right? Plus, live by the sword, die by the sword. That to me, when you like join them in tandem together and then you don't have the explanation that you have, I feel like it could come off like a little bit, oh, like, you're just getting what should have happened to you, right? So that's how I interpreted it at first, at the very first part. And that's actually why, in my opinion, I was kind of like, you could tell, right? I was not very happy.
Yeah, I saw it.
When that stream begun, right? So that's kind of like the viewpoint that I had. And I feel like it's pretty easy to understand, right? Where I was coming from for that. So with the additional explanation that you had over here, and obviously, right, the statement where you just single-handedly clarified this was not justified, made a lot more sense to me. So that's what I meant when I refer to as like wrongdoing. Wrongdoing is probably like the wrong word to use. Maybe it's just like mishaps or just like miscommunication. That's probably like a better terminology, right? So yeah, like to me, I think it's just like a minor wording thing. Hopefully you can understand the position I'm coming from there. I just kind of like view it as, yeah, we haven't even like gotten into anything yet. There's like nothing actually in here or that we've like gotten into when it comes to the farming on you. Basically, all I do is I show a clip of your stream where you literally get lied to by your chat and they spread misinfo and you like kind of like mention it and almost like you kind of go with it, right? You believe it. And that's misinfo that's actively getting spread across the community right now in this drama.
Explain the lie.
So
Explain the lie. What was the lie?
So Gacha Diddy. That was never said by John Seaman. That was said by a random chatter that we banned. And then people said John Seaman said it and spammed it everywhere. I showed the literal.
Go ahead.
I have the literal proof that somebody is like photoshopping that stuff.
No, I have and the DMs. Some random nigga sent them to me, literally out of the blue.
Yeah, I'm saying somebody is sending like fake DMs out because those aren't being set on the server. Like they're photoshopping DMs together. We have the actual logs of those messages. And so I'm showing those, right? And I'm saying this is the kind of stuff, this is the misinfo that's getting spread around. It's reaching to this degree. Smack's getting impacted by it. And of course, if since he thinks they're verified and it's true, he's saying potential comments, blah, blah, blah about this. And I make sure to say, right, obviously, we can verify this. We can verify he's literally getting fed misinfo. Let's talk about how Smack is basically being weaponized in this drama. And that's the point of the video, right? Because I think it's kind of ridiculous that you're getting sent actual bullshit, that you're getting sent actual like fake DMs to get you to sway, right? One way or another. I think it's fucking ridiculous.
I think that's just one example and it doesn't define the rest of the examples. And to be clear, the guy who sent me that Gacha Diddy shit, my response to him, and this is like something that wasn't even clarified, would have happened regardless of him me seeing that or not. But because I don't like John Seaman.
I understand that completely, but I'm just saying that that's the type of interaction that's happening in the space right now, where people are eager to obviously paint people, paint whatever in the darkest lights possible, without obviously any of it actually being real. So that's kind of just the point. Right?
Yeah,
that's the point
I got
of the video.
you.
Yeah.
You got to give me more examples though, because that's not enough. You got to give me like 3
Oh,
examples of
you're
people
in
lying.
you're in the 40-minute video for like 2 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, saying, listen, brother, the thing is, as I told people on stream, I can't trust anybody but me until I see this verification.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm telling you, you're not really in there for that long. We just go over like the misinformation pieces. Yeah.
But we've already been here for like 30 minutes and I've already seen some things that didn't add up. It's like at this point, I need to see everything else for myself.
Yeah. Okay.
Because what else was said? You know what I mean? I need to know this stuff. This is important shit. If this like if there's stuff in here where you're saying things and then it's once again it's misconstruing my representation, that's a conflict of interest.
Do you want the DM from the John Seaman thing? Do you want like a copy of that one or?
Well, you just said that they're lying and taking these, you basically made it seem like there was numerous things that have happened that led me to do something. You're like, they're basically leading you with all of this. So I'm like, where are these examples at?
I'm just saying that you're taking misinfo from chat and then saying, oh, yeah. And then
I mean, like I said,
something after that.
I don't mind giving you that one piece of what you would claim misinfo. I'll give you that as a one-off, but I had the DMs already from some random ass dude. And I saw John Seaman shit talking me saying Saint better get on his ass about this next thing in your server. I never saw him though say the actual thing. It was some dude named Virgil or something. He's the one that called me Gacha Diddy.
I feel like it makes a lot more sense because it might just make more sense to watch the VOD because you'll just see that there's
So you want me to get off this shit and go straight to the video?
I think that makes the most sense. I think the last thing that I'll mention, like I said before, you're not in there for very much of the video.
Okay.
You're not there for much of the video, right? The only other thing that I mentioned is like digging into the whole like John Seaman thing with like I think it's like the cosplayer. I feel like there was a lot of like misinterpretation with that, where like, people were saying that he was like actually attacking the person that it's like the black cosplayer for Genshin Impact that, that tragic incident that happened over there. I think that there was misinterpretation as well that John Seaman was like farming that and like celebrating it when that is just a retarded tweet by him. So I just clarified that one too, and then we move forward, and that's pretty much just the rest of the video.
You're talking about the fucking tribalism take he had.
Yeah. So there are still people in here saying he was celebrating the person's death, right? And that was another bit of misinfo that I just made sure to clarify as well. Because obviously, right, that's a horrifyingly fucked up thing to do in that situation.
There's no way.
So
I seen the tweet way back then. He didn't celebrate her death. He just it was the wrong place and the wrong time to put the dumbass tweet he put out. And people were like, why the fuck would you make a comment about like trying to get a one up on it's Hoyo's fault when the truth is what happened to that girl was disgusting. It was an act of racism, and the comments that should be on it is condolences, and people should be ashamed of themselves for doing it. Because somebody who takes their own life, which just to touch up on briefly, that you could say that's because of Hoyo people, but that's just a retarded take. Because if I took my own life because people said I'm a bad father, IRL, piece of shit, scumbag, and I just don't have the fortitude, the mental fortitude to handle this stuff, and I take my own life, guess what? People could say, ha, that's the kudo community. You see how dumb that shit is? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I said he was a fucking idiot for it. I'd say that was one of the dumbest fucking tweets I've ever seen. I think I mentioned to him like he should probably like delete it at some point. But obviously, I was going with like the whole take of that initial thing is just obviously bad to even comment on, right?
Yeah,
and then it's also just way worse if the interpretation is the celebration. So I'm saying it's like they're both really fucking bad, but it's not like this bad. So I clarified that because I actually thought that you had believed the other one. So that's my bad. Yeah, I'll just admit to that one up. I thought you would believe the other one because I didn't hear the clarification that you had right now.
No, I did. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah. I think you had like a vague take on it when you were talking about it, so I just worked to like clarify it. And that's my bad for not. Have you ever made a public statement on it?
On what? The John Seaman shit?
On like that tweet.
No, I never gave a public statement.
Okay. That's me assuming what your take was. And that's my bad.
It's all good.
Yeah, because I
all good.
never saw the public comment.
But
on it.
that's what I was saying. I just want to make sure everything's being represented in fairness. You know what I mean? That's why I'm fucking sitting here. I'd rather not, saying I really would. I'd rather not. But like when I get fucking roped into something, I'm the kind of guy to like check all corners.
Yeah, those are the main ones, right? And so we just talk about those, talk about possible opportunities where maybe we're talking about possible opportunities where there are bad actors in the chat, and we just move on kind of like after that piece. Yeah, it's very, very, very short segment.
Okay, well, brother, I'm gonna watch the VOD, at least get to the points. And if you want to get back and call about anything, we can. It's not an issue.
Yeah, I'll probably be good for like another like 30 or 45.
I feel you. You're a morning person.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good, man. Yeah, just let me know if you need like any like clarification on anything, but yeah, I don't think it's that crazy. But yeah,
No.
there's a bit of a fuck up for me because I don't actually know what your take is.
Nate,
So, yeah.
I appreciate you coming and call as always. And I want you to understand, as I always say to you, I'm not here to make you look like a fucking idiot or anything. I'm just trying to be as accurate as I possibly can in a situation I'm fucking dragged into.
Sounds good.
All right, brother.
All right, peace.
Yep.
Peace out.
Yep. All right, boys. So fuck his Twitch VOD. We'll go to his actual video. And fuck Saint. Piece of shit. All right, bro. We're shitting on this dude for the next 3 hours, bro. I was just trying to fucking make him feel good, bro. Fuck that guy. All right. Anyways, I'm just fucking kidding,
Fuck you.
man. W fucking, hey, that was a W response, man. W response. I love it, dog. And see, look, man, look, bro, this is what I want the whole community to understand, dog. This is what I want the whole community to understand. Guys, it's so much better when you're not enemies, man. It feels better. It feels better. There's no fucking weird fucking filling in the space, man. Nobody wants to go to fucking sleep with enemies, bro. It's just like, bro, come on, man. You know what I mean? Like, Jesus, so lame. I was gonna say it's gay. That shit's gay, bro. All right, but y'all know I'm not attacking the gay community, guys. Let's relax, all right? I grew up in the era of calling people gay. Like, bro, quit being gay. So fucking gay, man. Cancel. Smack gets canceled again. John Seaman takes it out of context, uploads the 87th post on Twitter. So Smack is now attacking the gay community. Yo, man. Seaman, bro. Fuck you in advance, you piece of shit. All right. Anyways, bro. Let's continue on, boys. Where the fuck is this VOD at, man? Let's find it. Boys, if you ain't subscribed to the channel, subscribe because we lost fucking... well, we lost a lot. Look at this. Look at this. Holy shit. Yeah, I've never seen that in my career. I've never seen that in my career, boys. Look at this. Minus 929 in the last 28 days. That's a bold-faced fucking... You know what? Actually, if you consider the surplus, that is accurate. Yeah, chat. I was at 16,172 subs after the story playthrough. I'm at 113,990. Career over. Bro is finished, bro. Holy fell off. Yeah, shit is fucking hilarious, man. But you know what, chat? Let me tell you something, man. This is how remember I told y'all none of that shit matters. Boys, well, right now we got 1.9K here. We got what the fuck? We got this is the power of drama, boy. This is the power of fucking drama. This is the power of drama, boy. This is the power of fucking drama. What the fuck, bro? How many do we got on Twitch? I have no fucking idea. 700 here. So yeah, bro, it's like, you know, career finished. Chat, 37,000 views in 1 hour and a half. An hour and a half, 37,000 views, chat. Career finished. It's so over for me, man. 32,000 in under 2 hours. My career is over, chat. All right, boys, it's done. Pack it up, bucko. All right, let's continue on, man. Saint, see if I can find this. I do agree, won't let sub, but his story take was ass. Hey, that's fair, man. You can have that opinion. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, bro. How the fuck does the algorithm still have Saint spent 2 hours reacting to my video? That was so long ago. What the fuck? Jesus. Okay, hold on, boys. Before we do this, did any of you motherfuckers resub? Chat, hold on, bro. This is not a game. That's all I got. All right. That's all I got. All right, bro. Fuck y'all. Cool, man, because y'all still in here, you know, keeping the lights on, paying the bills. We can't at least get back over. Okay. So it seems like everybody in here is just subbed. You know, it is what it is. Yo, noodles, floodles, $10. This is what I want to see. People being real with each other and never burn bridges. Not worth it. Love the two of you people. I would hate to see you guys be enemies. Saint, smack, stay strong. Hey, man, I say the same thing, man. You know, I try, Chad, I'm not lying to y'all. I try my best to not burn bridges with anybody, chat. And if I fucking burn bridges with somebody, you know, I'm going to be real. Thank God. Fucking A, bro. Holy, bro. Just put me back in 114. That shit was bothering me. That I was like 3 subs away from 114. Thank you, chat. That's all I needed. That's all I needed. Yeah, man. It's like, bro, burning bridges, I'm telling you, it's not a smart thing to do, man. That's why I try to tell Saints fucking goofy ass, bro. Like, niggas just, what did Tech say? Is the fucking sin of pride? Motherfucker too prideful, bro. It's like, bro, it's not worth it, man. Okay. Let's continue on. Anton, who the hell is this? Okay. All right, man. Let's see if we can skip ahead a little bit, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back at it in response to Smack, so it's still related to him. And you can see over here, she's got a whole, like, notepad out. She's making, like, her 26 points of how I'm, like, a liar, apparently, or something like that, when she herself has verified that she's a liar in this video. She uploaded this, right? The thumbnail of the video is, literally, take a look at it. Saint is a pathological liar. Let me show you the bitter irony here.
Okay, so I'm still here. Okay, fucking hell.
In her pinned comment,
Jesus,
she
man.
admits to lying in the video. She lies about me viewbotting in the video. You wanna know why? Because she looked at this tweet from Ryuku, where this guy, right, proceeds to show my Twitch tracker for a single day. Oh, he deleted the tweet, right? He obviously deleted the tweet. First half of this tweet about the 700 views seems to have been solved. You want to show you what the issue was? These guys looked at, let me show you the chart. This chart, one stream on February 4th, they saw my views go from 0 to 737 in 2 minutes and said I was viewbotting. You can see it reaches a pretty consistent viewer level, though, of about 1,000 something peak. Every single one of my streams this week are a natural incline to levels higher than that. And so they took the one day where it bugs out when it tracks the data. We reach a lower peak, and these guys are saying I'm viewbotting based off of that when every other day looks normal. They took the outlier, the statistical outlier, the one that's not normal, the one that looks like a bug, and said it was the truth, and that all these other ones.
To be completely fair here, it's not enough. It's not enough. I think you would need to see. Just a bit shooting it straight. I think you would need to see probably at least, like, you know, 5 streams of consistency of just going straight up. To be completely fair, in what did they say in like a short time span? All right, if you see like 5 whole ass streams, just zip, you know, in like 2 minutes, that's sus. This is not enough information though to say it's viewbot. To be honest though, bro, I don't give a fuck.
We're fake. They were like, wait, this one's the real one. All these others are the fake ones. That's the level of accusations that are being held against me. That's how information is being used to slander my name. That's the misinformation that's actively being put forth by these CECs. And now she's done it.
What's
my name? That's the misinformation that's actively being.
What's she say right here? I have removed the section claiming viewbotting. Apparently this was a second stream and people were waiting for it, which is fair enough. So in good faith, I removed this section and I apologize. I mean, hell, I'd say that's pretty fair. Shit. She at least held herself accountable. She could have just fucking been petty and been like, nah, hell no, that nigga's view botting. She could have been petty, bro. Like, I'm just saying, man. You know, just impartial.
CCs, and now she's done it to Smack for 2+ hours. Do you see why the title said fatherless? I'm not talking about Smack. I'm talking about these guys, because this is the most fatherless behavior I've ever seen, where you're just all lying. You're all lying. It's proven you're just all lying. She never accused you of that? I have removed the section claiming view botting. I have removed.
So she's doing this to me for 2 hours. That has spiked my curiosity. I'm not going to comment on Saint's attacks at Cabinet. That has nothing. That's between them. Chat, y'all know how I am. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm only here for what the fuck is being said about me. And the only thing I just saw there was he said that she spent 2 hours doing something to me. And so I'm just curious about
section
that.
Claiming view botting.
Bro can fire off with them fucking pistols on his sides as much as he can, as long as he ain't firing them at me, bro. With respect, chat. I don't get involved in niggas shit.
Got my chat retard. That's why we're going to be talking about it. And like I said before, this isn't going to be an attack on Smack. This is going to be a defense for me. And
okay, it was shit. Hey, brother, this sounds good to me so far.
Part of it just involves Smack being weaponized by her, and we've seen how much she's already going to lie.
So my interpretation of weaponized is not intentionally like they're throwing me under the bus. They're basically using the things I said to Saint to shit on Saint. And I think that's completely he's not saying anything wrong, I would say.
Remember, 26 lies by Saint. I'm a pathological liar. It's ironic that the very first comment just says that she lied. So who's telling the truth here? You decide. Now, we've got another participant in this discussion as well. And trigger warning on this.
I wonder who it is. I wonder who that other participant is, bro. Motherfucking essay cut from the same cloth as me, bro. A essay from the motherfucking hood, just like me, chat. Dead ass. Oh, Skull CJ, he's in here. That's fuck based. All right.
Yeah, that is Skull CJ photoshopping me onto. Well, you might know who that actress is. Don't Google her. You're probably gonna get in trouble. And then you have 5. Well, they're just 5 black guys behind her and a bunch of other.
This nigga is like, bro, he's unhinged, bro. Bro is diabolically unhinged, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, boys, I might laugh. I can't help myself. Some of this shit is, especially since y'all have seen my story playthrough. I got a different humor, right? My humor is different from everybody else. I be laughing at shit nobody else finds funny. This shit is funny to me, bro. All right, but I'm not gonna give a take on it.
CC's photoshopped onto them. So that's what Skull CJ's latest.
This shit, that's a crazy thumb, bro. That nigga Skull is vicious, bro.
Addition to the space is,
bro, got a
the
mean
most ironic
bite
thing about this, right, is just seeing this comment. Can we just talk about the irony of seeing this comment from Captain Cabinet after this entire week? Can we just talk about the irony for a second here?
Okay, this
Saint wife attacked me. Let's listen to this quote.
All right, guys. So as you can see, we have Captain Refrigerator going off on me on.
This nigga CJ need more subs, chat. I'm not gonna lie, bro. This nigga is funny, bro. He said that shit with a straight face, bro. Oh, shit. Oh. How's this nigga Saint keeping a straight face? He must really hate this nigga CJ, bro. Fuck, dog. Oh, shit. There's no way he's keeping a straight face, bro. Oh, hell no. That shit killed me, bro. All right, hold on.
Her stream. And for
Let's listen to this quote.
All right, guys. So as you can see, we have Captain Refrigerator going off on me on her stream. And for about 30 minutes, she decided we have Captain Refrigerator going off on.
Stop repeating it. Stop repeating it, dog. Oh, shit. it, bro. Stop. Oh, lock in, Jay. Lock in, bro. We got to get through this.
That's just. I remember what I said. This is the community. You've decided. Like, this is the bed. You've made your bed. It's time to lay in it. Like, this is what I meant. Like, just good luck.
Okay.
Anyways, that's just a little bit of a fun thing about CJ. But like I mentioned before,
bro, that nigga CJ is unhinged, bro. I'm telling you, that nigga's a formidable opponent, chat. Be real.
Gacha Smack's getting farmed. Gacha Smack is getting weaponized. And as you're going to see over here.
Okay, he said I'm getting farmed. I guess you could say that. But it's really more so Saint's getting farmed. And they're just using me as ammunition to farm Saint. That's what it seems like.
Oh, dearie me. Whose clips are getting used a lot? Ooh, whose clips are getting used a lot, brother? The other part that I forgot. You see a lot of...
With this context, I will say, I see why Saint was of the mentality that he was like, Smack, I have to address all this. Yeah. I feel like I could see it now. Just being fair.
Smack in there. See a lot of smacking in there. Oh, you see a little bit of techless as well. Oh dear. He really wants to get everybody involved, right? He really wants to get everybody involved. And so, guys, naturally, do you see why I feel like there's a need to respond now? Do you see the reason why we're gonna have to take a look at this?
I feel to be completely honest, I get it, bro. I get it.
And actually make a video out of it, because good lord, this is getting a little bit crazy, isn't it? Especially after you've seen the lies, the hypocrisy, the proof, and of course.
That nigga Saint, bro. Bro needs to be a lawyer. He be building, bro be building a story. He be building the narrative, building the story. That nigga needs to play Minecraft, bro. The levels of building he be doing, bro. Presentation skills is peak, bro. And so, ladies and gentlemen, can you see with this tangible evidence over here, and when we consider that they were lying over here, and once we go to presentation point number 3, you can see that with all of this being gathered, well, the guilty has been quite evident. Now, what I will say over here is...
Of course, the admission of guilt. That's the important one. The admission of wrongdoing and guilt. Because this isn't the only lie. There's many more. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead. Let's start breaking it all down and provide...
Nah, let me see the glass pull up again.
Because this isn't...
Chat, I'm having fun now. I'm not gonna lie.
The only lie.
That nigga gonna pull them glasses up, bro. Watch. The fucking anime glass.
There's many more. So with that out of the...
Nigga got the circulars, bro. Yo, chat. I'm gonna be real, bro. I have a picture of Saint, and I'm about to expose this nigga so hard. I have a picture of Saint, and like nobody knows about this picture. I'm about to expose this nigga so hard. Nobody knows about this picture. Chat, I swear y'all about to cry laughing. Y'all about to cry laughing, I swear, bro. Now, let me give context. Nobody expected this, not even Saint. He doesn't even know. I was watching, what is it called? Memo Keepers. Y'all know that channel called Memo Keepers? They literally, all they do is they just take reactions from other streamers. Remember when they leaked Ameth's kit, right? This Memo Keepers person took everybody's reactions, and I love watching the channel. I'm gonna be honest, I'm secretly a fan of that channel. I saw Saint's reaction, and I was crying to myself. I was crying to myself, chat. And I took a picture of this nigga's reaction. All right, bro, this shit was funny as fuck, bro. Like, I kept this shit to myself, too. I was never gonna do it, but I feel like now niggas gonna cry laughing at this, bro. All right, bro. This was the picture. All right. That's what he did when he saw Ameth's fucking kit, bro. I was like, that is the perfect depiction of Saint when he sees good Wuthering Waves news, bro. Now, chat, this is not what you're going to cry laughing at. This is not what you're going to cry laughing at. You know what I did? I laughed at this and I had an idea. I said, Grok, turn Saint Tontes into Harry Potter because he got them circular glasses on. And this it's a Harry test, bro. Harry test, dog. Oh my god, bro. Chat, I would, you don't think bro, chat, I would be laughing just as hard as I laughed during my story playthrough. But the thing is, I had got this laugh out already. He was Harry test at this point, bro. I'm not kidding you. I cried so hard to myself. At least my ass is Gryffindor. Dude, chat, I'm serious, bro. This is an admission. I couldn't stop laughing for like 30 minutes. And I said to myself, I said, one day, Saint gonna talk some shit to me, and I'm gonna whip this bitch out and send his ass to the Shadow Realm. And chat, guess what? That day came, bro. Do we got a date on this? Chat, I took this at what time? January 9th, chat. I've been holding on to this bomb since January, a whole month ago, nigga. I loaded this bitch up in the chamber, bro. Like, all right, hey, good fun. You know, gotta dissipate the seriousness in chat, bro. Gotta dissipate the seriousness in chat, all right? Oh, fuck. That shit killed me, though. But chat, no, deadass, that Memo Keepers channel, great channel. Great channel, bro. I love that channel. I love looking at people's reactions. It's just like, it's one of those channels, no drama, no bullshit, just like wholesome, like just looking at people's reactions to certain things. And it's like, yeah, bro, I like watching that type of shit.
Wait.
But yeah, no, that shit sent me,
Let's
bro.
go ahead. Let's start breaking it all down and provide some of the context for what happened in this situation. So Smack and I, right, had a bit of a situation the other day where I responded, right? I gave my take on a clip of Smack giving his justification for, you know, the whole like child thing, not necessarily like loving their parents, so on and so forth, blah, 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 right? I recorded, or not really recorded, I just talked about it for like 2 minutes. It was clipped. Smack unfortunately didn't listen to the whole thing.
We already went over this.
And Smack does have some bad faith actors in his chat that I'll make sure to call out as well, that I feel like influenced a bit of his decision making. It is what it is, right?
No, nobody influences my decision making. Just quick correct. Nobody influences my decision making.
And he was fully justified in the response that he wanted to give. I obviously had some pointers that I wanted to mention as to where his wording and
already went over this.
Hopefully his intentions weren't necessarily very fair towards me. We've worked it out in DMs, right?
All right, we already went over this.
We've worked it out in DMs, like I mentioned before. So where we're at right now is a personal statement towards me that Smack decided to levy to kind of like even out the scales, right?
Fair.
Smack in this situation felt wronged by me, by the public statement that I made. No video, right? No video, nothing like that. You don't see me actively farming him, right? It was just comment. It was just a 2-minute comment that I made on stream. Smack decided to make his own sort of like public commentary about the situation, and that is what is now getting misconstrued. That short statement by Smack is what's getting farmed for 4 hours.
Good articulation, honestly.
So let's go ahead. Let's listen to what that statement actually was.
Stick my nose in his business. And you know what's funny? I'm still not going to go as hard as this nigga because there's a time and place to do that. It depends on how he takes what I just said today. If
He was in a bit of a situation, and I fully understand.
That's such a saint. He was, ladies and gentlemen, he was in a bit of a situation. All right. And look, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing.
Dan Smack's perspective here. I'm not going to lie. I feel like he's getting attacked a lot. And I think the way that it's kind of like easy to view it.
A lot is actually an understatement, bro.
I feel like there are more viewers mad at Smack, but there are more CCs mad at me. That's just my that's just like my personal take on the matter.
Yeah, pretty much sums it up, I would say. Right now, yeah, bro. Fucking yeah, bro. A lot of people are mad at me viewership wise. Doesn't matter though.
But like I said before, I think we're both in a bit of a contentious situation at the moment. So right, experiencing this betrayal, right, or this attack from me, even though that's obviously not my intent by having but you know.
Bucko Saint's ultimate spell, bro. Saint got that shit from me. That ain't Saint's spell. That's my spell. If Saint been using Bucko, he got that shit from me.
Having myself,
and I got it from a comedian, that black nigga, bro, that be doing them skits.
Flip for a 2-minute speech. That's rough, right?
But I'm gonna give an opinion on the 1v9. Hi, Gacha Smack. I'm sorry to link you this, but still community called you Gacha Diddy and the guy who said still not banned. I heard about that.
So this is the thing.
John Seaman, the biggest dick sucker in the industry for Kudo Games, apparently is still in Saint's Discord. The same guy that like said some weird ass shit and correlated it to a tribalism thing.
So this is the entire situation.
Me and Sane already talked about this. No need to even go over it.
And I think the best way for us to really iron it out, right? And the best way for us to really show the proof regarding this matter is quite simple. There's a post over here by Captain Cabinets, right? Talking about the awful things my community has done. Be ripped apart for months. This when it comes to a CC going into somebody else's Discord, where you feel like you need to go argue with a chatter, I think you've already lost in this situation. I think screenshot of it. I want to show the original comment on Crash Out. Immediately, her name on the I need is trying to rip me apart. This is the craziest apologize it expression. It's narrative. Oh, and then the most freak. Sorry, your name doesn't matter, right? We're on the matter over here. And I'm saying walk away because this is nothing crazy.
Don't care.
Here and the smack clip that's causing so many of the issues, right? He's talking about John Seaman. He's talking about the guy on my Discord that apparently said all these awful things.
Me and Saint just went over this in the call. I'm thinking I think it's fair. I can skip it. I just want to make sure.
This is the truth of the matter, guys. That is a lie. John Seaman did not actually say the Diddy situation.
Yeah, we already went over this. We already went over this. It looks like Saint is running defense. We already fucking talked about it, bro. He already said it's my bad. We're moving on. Moving on.
Fed to smack by Cap's community.
As hard as this nigga because
and we can hear every single bit of misinfo that's been fed to smack by Cap's community.
I'm like, he mentioned me, but that one ain't got nothing to do with me. But at the same time, I'm in there. That is my I'm confused on that one. I guess I can comment on that. Yeah, I guess I can comment on that because he's basically saying I'm getting my information from Captain Cabinets. That's a stretch. That's a stretch. That's what I meant by saying you're barely in this. Yeah, it's look like you're fucking pretty much. Yeah, you're spitting right now. I will say this is a bit of a reach though, Saint. Just a bit of a reach. Being honest. Hey, I'm staying out of y'all's beef, but you did say I'm getting my information from her, which involves me. That's a stretch. As hard as this nigga because there's a time and place to do that. It depends on how he takes what I just said today. If bro takes it personal, we can take it a step further.
John was innocent.
There is no. The chatter that sent the Diddy thing was from her chat. Okay, but I'll say I can't verify that. I have no idea. Now, if you got proof for that, I mean that's between you and Cabinet. But like I can't. I don't even know who the fuck that chatter is. I just saw it. Joke. I'm gonna give an opinion on the 1v9. Stop it, Smack. He didn't lie. You're definitely a Saint viewer, little bro, because I didn't call Saint a liar. I said it's a stretch. There's a difference. Keep up, little pup. Keep up. All right. I got you, Smack. I'm sorry to link you this, but.
So, Smack, this is what you need to do. You need to ban the person that linked that after I show you this.
Still. Saint. You're fucking hilarious. Community called you Gacha Diddy, the guy who said still not banned. I heard about that. John Seaman.
John Seaman did not say that. It was a guy named Ultimate Virgil 6062. You can see it right here, and that person got.
We already talked about this.
Guys, Smack have been farming old to.
Wait.
This is why I don't blame him because Smack has misattributed it to John Seaman, and Smack believed it. This is why I don't blame him because Smack is a fucking unk, guys. Smack.
Wait, hold on, bro. Nah, I'm not gonna just take it lie down like that, bro. Who this nigga talking to, chat? I mean, I'm an unk, but bro, I don't need to hear from you. I don't need to hear from your ass, bro. Harry Pontes
is too fucking old to keep up with this dumb.
What this nigga is cooked, bro? Why is this nigga trying to fry me? Yo, what else is being said in here, brother? This is why you gotta check full context.
Don't blame him because Smack is a fucking unk. Guys, Smack is too fucking old to keep up with this dumb, retarded
Bitch, you are like 5 years younger than me, Top. Let's relax. Little bro, let's simmer down here, all right? Saint Elvis Presley ass hairstyle, nigga. Let's dial it back. Goddamn, you got the bro. What's that nigga's name from the other community? What's the bro's name, bro? Like I am the Gacha god. Saint got the evolution of his mustache on right there, bro. Saint is an evolute. Saint evolved that dude's mustache, bro. You got the 2.0. You got the Mushu 2000 right there, brother. You better learn how to cook this nigga, okay? He's trying to come after me, dog. Bro got the he got the 3 mustache, bro. The 2 stash upgraded, chat. War is back on the menu, boys. They got the 3 mustache. All right, let's
that these CCs have been farming for 6 fucking days.
Nah, hell nah, bro. Chat, Satan did not just call me a fucking unk, bro. I gotta cook this nigga, bro. Hold on, bro. Mushu. All right, hold on. This nigga Mushu, bro. Bro got the Mushu 2000, chat. Hey, dog, where this nigga Moose you at, man? Come on, man. Hold on, bro. Saint, you ain't about to be out here cooking me, nigga. Hold on, you don't roast black folks, nigga. We be quick with it, bro. All right, look at the goddamn Elvis Presley ass stash and shit. Hold on now. All right, come on, let's continue, boys.
You look dumb. That's not an attack.
Bro, that isn't even close. I don't know, say, bro. It look like you might breathe a little fire, bro. Right, just say it, man.
It does make people feel stupid, so they think it's an attack. But that's the sign of an unintelligent person, right? Anyways, I need to go ahead. I think we're just gonna restart that one because I need to pull up my Chatterino because I'm realizing I'm gonna need it as well if that's the type of audience participation.
Oh fuck, I'm an unk. Okay, I just exposed myself as an unk. We looking at the wrong shit, chat. Damn. Where the fuck? All right, here we go.
They're just looking at Discord messages.
All right, you know what? Give that point to Saint. Give it to Saint. I'm gonna give it to Saint. That was a point. All right, unk moment. All right, Grandpa Smack. All right, fuck it, bro. I retract current statements. 1 point to Saint.
8 hours a day, right? He doesn't keep up with that shit. So obviously, he's looking to his chat to give him the advice, to give him like the take, right, of how stuff is. I can't look at the guy's username, so I assume he's banned. Usually, this shows.
Okay, Saint's building a story right now that all of my information is coming from chat. I'd like to say that this is Saint with his story building. Yeah, that's not true. Everything I've done. That was of my own volition, my own information acquired. I actually rarely like to use chat as a source of information, and if I do, I usually get full context. This ain't building this goddamn story, bro. Got building blocks.
That's my personal experience with Discord. When somebody's name looks like a fucking like 17 zip codes tied together, and then I can't look at their face.
You got lied to in the DMs, then. You mean that one little dude that sent that shit talking about it was John Seaman? Yeah.
I can't look at this thing. It looks like a ban, right? That's my take. So the person's banned. John Seaman didn't say it. So that's one lie that Smack got misled by already. And of course, how many of those lies?
Wait. Hold up.
So that's one lie that Smack got misled by already. And of course, how many of those lies do you think Cap planted? And
I mean, like I said, we talked about it already, but it's like whether fucking that information was given to me or not, I would have said the exact same shit about John Seaman.
How many of those lies do you think she's farming right now? When she already got caught on one, it was supported by her friends. And guess what, guys? You can see just how much her friends are supporting every lie.
I want to skip this part, but I feel like this is doing Saint a disservice. I'm going to just let it play and not comment on it.
Actively spreading misinfo about me, right? Remember Itoma, her personal laptop? He's talking about the viewbotting too, but he forgot to delete his post like everybody else. He forgot to delete his post like everybody else. He didn't get the memo. It's like, wait, we were wrong. Wait, they caught us lying. Delete it, Itoma, quick. They caught us. Shit, we're getting exposed. Delete your... He didn't get the message. He's sleeping in. That's the coordination of this misinfo campaign against me, ladies and gentlemen. And we've already shown you just how much of it was obviously impacting Smack's stream. And this...
To summarize... Whoa, what? Impacting my stream?
Gentlemen. And we've already shown you just how much of it was obviously impacting Smack's stream. And
that's Saint building that store. I tell you, that nigga, bro, he a master for builder, bro. Nah, that ain't impacting my stream at all. But I mean, it's impacting Saint 100%. Impacting Saint for sure. That does not impact my stream.
This is a big reason for why, guys. This isn't an attack on Smack.
To be fair, to Saint, but prior to our conversation in Saint's head, this is he thinks that I was getting information from them.
Because do you see how much...
Bro needs to be a lawyer. I'm not kidding. That nigga do need to be a lawyer. He need to be a lawyer to defend the guilty, bro. Bro would make 18x the bag he makes in this gacha space. 18x the bag, bro. Go to school, nigga. Get your lawyer license, bro. That motherfucker be building a case, bro.
He's getting
good,
weighed by the bad actors in this community.
Call Harry Pontes.
And we've only looked at like 30 seconds of this. So yeah. Once again, I think Smack is clean here, guys. I don't blame him because he's an unk. He has 2 kids.
Bro, you not... All right, bro. Not about to be cooking me with this unk shit again. Nah, he's spitting. I am unk. And I don't be checking all this shit. I ain't got the time to, chat.
Like, he has a regular job that he's doing and he does this shit on the side. How is he going to keep up with this? And he's also one of the people that I feel like is most susceptible to those same bad actors.
biggest dick. I will say, okay, right now the case Saint is building though is like totally. I don't even know how to explain that. Saint is trying to keep me out of the line of fire with what he's saying, but he's not. I will say it's not as accurate though. It's not actually. It's not accurate. I'm just saying it's not accurate. He's trying to respect me, and also defend himself. And then he's using this, I don't know what the fuck he's using in between there. The whole like I'm getting bad information and all of that. That's just not true on my behalf. It's not true on my behalf, right? But I will say, what he's saying in terms of defense of his other ops, like that's between him and them. Sucker in the industry for Kudo Games apparently is still in Saint's Discord. The same guy that like said some weird ass shit and correlated it to a tribalism thing.
So this is where the second bit of misinfo comes from. This comes from Smack's mom.
He's already admitted that this was his bad. We don't need to go over it. He already admitted this. Yeah, this was the John Seaman shit. He thought I didn't know about the context. I knew about the context. We literally had a call about this.
I think it's a really, really rough situation to be in as a content creator to have this kind of guy modding on your server, but it is what it is, right? I'm pretty sure they have.
We already talked about this too at the very beginning of the stream.
Like some sort of like close. Does it at the same time as he talks about how my personal assets are in the background. So, well,
my personal assets. Nothing's funnier than when Saint is professional about lewd terms, right? Instead of saying, bro's talking about my penis, he's talking about my professional assets.
This guy kind of gives you those Skull CJ
my personal assets.
vibes, right? He kind of does give you those Skull CJ vibes. And one of the big things about this gentleman, right? Let me just look over here. What was this tweet made by John Seaman? About November 19th. Let's look over here. There is actually a video, right? Saying that John Seaman with this tweet over here is actually like making fun of a cosplayer's expiration. That's what Loki Gacha does. Remember, this is Smack's mod. John Seaman is saying this. Seaman is saying that
we already went over this.
A young black cosplayer impacted his tweet was about, and that doesn't keep up with this stuff. And do you see how this series of misinfo? Do you see how all of this is cascading down and making so much of this so hard to get through? Because it's just lies on top of lies on top of lies, tiers of lies, right? The whole time. And Smack's busy with life. And so he just gets words from people he thinks he can trust. I don't think this guy is to be trusted when you've seen how he's going to spread misinfo.
Yeah, nah. Saint hates fucking Loki Gacha. That's all cap. Once again, I didn't have none of that. None of that was. That's Saint's point of view, but it's just not true. I'll be honest with you.
Clearly, when you see this and you know that the Hoyo community is the one that did the bullying and caused this to occur, do you think he's making fun of her, or do you think he's calling out the awful actions of the Hoyoverse community? Which one do you think he's doing? And this is the thing. I'm not defending John here. I'm merely stating what he said. I still think
a little Detroit Pistons defense up in there.
I still think John is a fucking idiot for this tweet.
There we go. Yep.
Still think he's an absolute dumbass, right? His message did get misconstrued, but I don't even think this is a necessary tweet to make anyways. But like I said before, that's the type of stuff that's going to happen in this space. And obviously, Loki Gacha over here made the stuff look a lot worse than it did, and now it's bleeding into Smack's response to me. Do we?
Okay, so he put the so he built the narrative or the case that Loki Gacha lied about John Seaman, and then John Seaman never said what Loki Gacha was trying to portray him as, and then he fed that information to me, to which then I took that information and you see what I'm saying? Yeah, that's not what happened. None of that happened. But we did already talk about it. Saint already said, yeah, that's my bad. I misunderstood it. I thought you didn't know, like that. We already talked about it. It's fine.
See what's going on here?
Yeah, the John Seaman guy, a retard. We all know this. But yeah, this is what I'm saying. Saint, you stuck your nose in my business. I'll stick my nose in yours. And
I think this is fair. But this is the issue that comes out of it. His response is fair. His response is warranted. He's allowed to say this on stream. I don't really feel justified having a massive issue with the fact that he's doing this. However, when you know that these guys are just going to lie like they've been doing all the time, verifiably proven, they're going to lie about stuff and only, well, correct it if they get called out. They've been calling me the misinfo spreader.
To be completely fair, that viewbot and shit was not enough evidence to gun down Saint on it. To be completely fair, but yeah, go ahead.
Calling me the liar. They've been saying I'm the one that's making stuff up. But we literally have an instance of 3 CCs actively lying right in front of you and then retracting their statements within hours after being exposed. And so naturally, they're going to do a lot of it with Smack Stream as well. So let's just give this a listen and talk about it.
Same vein. Here's what I will say to you, okay? Sides, right? You got a lot of enemies already. Here's what I will say. And I think Asmon would say this exact.
Don't worry, Smack, I'm living.
Hey, you're not a victim.
This is where I had, you know, just a bit of a, we had a bit of a conversation, right? And I was just like,
Oh shit. So he's readjusting his take here. I didn't know about this.
hey, you know, obviously, I think you don't have like my knowledge is that Smack doesn't have like a full purview of the personal things that I've experienced.
What the fuck is a purview?
Like my knowledge is that Smack doesn't have like a full purview of.
Oh, it's probably just misspeak. He meant preview. But wait, hold up. Maybe purview is a word. I've never heard of purview. Is purview a word? Preview. Okay. It's a word. Purview? I've never heard of that. Damn. Doesn't have a full purview. Hold on. I'm sorry, chat. I'm one of them motherfuckers that really will look up a word and add it to my vocabulary. Purview. The scope of the influence or concerns of something. Damn. Learn something new every day. Okay, Saint. Doesn't have a full scope of the influence or concerns of something. Learn something new every day. All right. 1 point for Saint there. Mushu. Forgot about Mushu. All right. Good one, Mushu. All right. Good one. Let's continue on here. Where's this shit at? We learning things. I ain't never heard purview. I'm serious.
The personal things that I've experienced at the hands of this 1v9. And basically my words were to him were basically just like, yo, this is probably too far, right? Yeah, this is probably too far, right? I don't think I've done anything that warrants this, right? This is Skull CJ, done anything to the guy.
Skull CJ, the menace.
He's always attacked me first. And so he's used the justification of like other CCs to make thumbnails like this about me. And
I don't know if he attacked Saint first. I have no idea. That's between them.
my take is Smack. I don't really know if it's like my personal take is this is the one issue I have with this statement. And hopefully I've explained why.
If you are willing to get into that arena and start swinging that fucking sword and people, holy gray fucking hairs on the side, Unk. Holy shit. Yo, bro. Damn, nigga. Damn, that's crazy. And people start swinging back.
It's more like I'm swinging around a wooden sword and then somebody comes out with like a claymore.
Mr. Fantastic looking ass. You don't say, ref, why are they swinging at me? You don't jump out of the arena and go, hold on, man, this isn't fair. You stand on it. You're not a victim. This is absurdity.
Well, this is the thing. I am standing on it. That's why we're making this video, right? And I already know where we're at. I already know all the glue we've shown. Yeah.
He is taking, okay, I love this. He's taking remember the other video? Bro was so defensive. Bro was chilling on it today. That's what's up.
Yeah, we're standing on it and we are winning.
And I kept that in for your sake because I am not the type of person to stick my nose where it doesn't. It's a good old community. Hey, good community, Saint. Gotcha Smack L take. Bitch. L these balls in your mouth, nigga. That was the realest take ever. Hey, good ass, loyal viewer over there, though. Doesn't belong. But if I had to give an opinion, which you have put me in it now.
Like I said before, I think Smack is...
Wait. Hold on, bro. Extremely common Gotcha Smack L. Look at these niggas up here. Chat, what they running? They running Detroit Piston defense. That's crazy, bro. This man is hella in his feelings. But if I had to give an opinion, which you I gotta see this chat up here, bro.
Like I said,
Smack, you are the absurdity. Yo, W chat support, bro. W Saint chat support here, bro. They running that Detroit Pistons defense, bro. Holy biased.
before, I think Smack is justified in doing this. However, that means that this take that he's justified in making is going to be further weaponized by the people who are clearly taking things a bit.
Yeah. No, he's right here, 100%. That is what happened. What happened is Saint's enemies saw my video and they said, "Hell yeah, bro, we about to take that shit and cook this." Like that's 100% what happened.
Too far, right? When your own allies, right, your own brother in harm.
Common Gotcha Smack L. Yo, these niggas are a menace in that chat, bro. Common Smack L take. It's another thing. Hey, to be fair, y'all been cooking Satan in my chat, bro. Yeah, to be fair.
Hey, I'm a little uncomfortable with this. Maybe it's going a bit too far. But then again, she's fine with this.
You have Captain Refrigerator going off on me on...
Bro, why does he keep coming out of the blue with it, bro? does he keep doing it, bro? This nigga's cool, CJ, bro. Hey, God, hey, fuck, bro. I don't give a fuck about him and Saint B, bro. You gotta subscribe to that nigga. He funny as hell, bro. Like, where's it come from? It keeps coming out of nowhere, bro. Like, the timing is impeccable. Like, this is Saint's doing, too. It's not even Skull CJ's doing. This is literally Saint, bro. Just alley-ooping. He's like, here you go, Skull. Here you go. It's a lie, bro. Skull's like, appreciate you, family, dunking that.
Her stream.
She's fine with that, though. So who knows where the ceiling and the limit is.
If you live in a glass house, you shouldn't throw stones. If you can't take it, don't dish it.
You know what? I'm reflecting on this statement now. I actually think this is a really fair statement because I dish it and I can't take it. So it's kind of just like, yeah, it doesn't really like apply to me now that I think about it because no, we're doing good right now. We're dishing.
You know all the sayings.
Yeah, we're just winning.
All right. You can't handle the heat, the fuck out of the kitchen.
No.
Bro, this is an entirely different response from the fucking, from the other one. Yeah.
We're still here. I had a way too pessimistic view about this one, to be honest, because
holy accountability. What? Okay, Saint. What? Holy. Damn, son. I ain't know he had it in him. I ain't know he had it in him, bro. I told you it was gonna be. Saint, if you don't take your ass to bed, Harry Pontes.
He's just kind of he's saying these open-ended statements, but they don't apply to me. So it's like, yeah, I actually don't take very much offense to this anymore.
You're not a victim, my guy. You're not.
And again, the only thing is that that's a bit too much, right? That's just we can just agree that's too much. That just shouldn't be on YouTube.
Bro was in a whole new light of confidence
That's
here.
the main thing.
And today is an example of that. That's all I'll say on it.
That was Mac's personal statement to me, right? It wasn't that long, like I said.
Is that it? Is that everything? Hold up. Chat, you said I was in here for 2 minutes, though. That was some bullshit, nigga. I was in here for about goddamn half the video. Oh, that's everything. We're free? Oh, shit, bro. Thank God. Holy fuck, we're free. Woo! All right, man. Shit, bro. That's it, right? Oh, we ain't got nothing else. I mean, shit. Chat, we good on this one, man? Because holy fuck, dude. I'm ready to move on, bro. The thing is, I can't move on because... Actually, you know what? Hold on. Let me think about that. Saint said that they're farming me, but I think we already discovered that, you know, Saint was kind of running. I feel like Saint was just running defense a bit for himself. I don't think I need to check out their videos. Chat, okay, hold on. Chat, hold up. Chat. Did Captain Cabinets and Skull CJ farm me? My vid would definitely get you some laughs. Bro, you probably would make me fucking die laughing. I'm not gonna lie, but I would prefer not to. No. Yes, they. Okay, hold up, chat. Hold on. Type 1 if they didn't farm me. Type 2 if they did farm me. Fuck. Are you niggas just trying to see me react to drama, bro? Come on, man. There's more ones, but there's way more twos than I expected. They farmed, but they didn't talk shit about you. It's Saints viewers typing 2. You can't verify that. You can't verify that. Brother, it's fucking, bro, it's goddamn, it's 2,400 niggas in here, bro. You have no, I know I never include Kick. I'm sorry, Kick, bro. Kick, how many of y'all over here, bro? Honest 30? It's 2,430 niggas in here. I feel like, here's my thing. Chat, hold on. Here's my opinion on this. When I consider my own statement, chat, when I consider my own statements, right? I I told Saint in the original, I was like, bro, you stuck your nose, I didn't belong, yada, this and that and that. And then I gave a statement that, you know, was basically like live by a sword, die by a sword. How hard could they possibly farm me? I feel like if anything, just off common sense, they were farming whatever the fuck Saint was saying back. Right? Like that's my stance on it. Is that an incorrect statement in y'all's eyes? That's pretty much it. Yes. It was more like farming the victim part. They farmed Saint, not you. That's what I'm saying. In my eyes, yes, they're farming what I said, but it's all basically, chat, what I'm trying to say is, did I get disrespected, nigga? That's what I'm asking. Like, is there disrespect towards me, bro? That's what I'm asking. Type 1, if there is type 1, if there's no disrespect. Type 2, if there is disrespect. That's what I'm trying to figure out, bro. That's the best. That's the only thing I'm trying to figure out. Okay, that's an overwhelming ones, bro. Okay, chat. Here's the thing. I think I'm doing Saint a favor then by not watching their shit. I think I'm doing him a favor by not watching their shit. Because if there is no disrespect towards me, then that means there's all smoke towards Saint. Which means if I react to it, then Saint is getting cooked by me reacting to it. That's how I understand this. So there's no reason, if I haven't been disrespected, for me to even go into that. I'm just trying to get you to ruin your sleep schedule watching Cap's entire vibe. Bro, fuck that, man, all right? Because this thing Saint, look, this is the thing. If they're like fucking, you know, doing whatever they can to make you look bad or whatever, that's not my business. I'm not here to market you getting cooked. I'm here to verify that I am not getting cooked or I am not being misrepresented. That's what I'm here to do. That ain't got shit to do with me, Chad, all right? All right, time to head to bed then, Unk. No, bro, I gotta fucking, look, bro, look. Man, fuck. Nah, it's time to head to bed, bro. Yeah, it's about to be 1 a.m. It is time to head to bed then, Unk. It is, chat. I was gonna play some Elden Ring. But the thing is, these type of streams, it's like I want them to be very strict, right? I want people to understand. Let's go. Fuck, man. All right, chat. I gotta beat Elden Ring. Nah, I'm going to bed, bro. Fuck that, bro. You said 4 hours? I said probably 4 hours. That was assuming I would have to react to the other guys. I'm going to bed, chat. Oh my God, bro. Bro, chat. I've only been live for 2.5. That's it. Oh my God, bro. I have to beat I'm on the final 2 bosses of Elden Ring, bro. I'm on the final 2 bosses. CZN, I know. Chat, I need to play Ameth. I still haven't. This bitch took $200 from me, and I haven't even got to play her. I tried to do a build. Brick didn't get crit rate or crit damage on any of the pieces. It was like 30 fucking pieces. So I log off. I got to play Ameth. I got to play fucking CZN. I still need to beat Elden Ring. I mean, fuck, bro. Chat, here's the thing. I like my gaming streams to be pure gaming streams. I do. I like my gaming streams. Like, I don't like, I know, and this is dumb, right? I should take advantage of the people who are here. But I don't know what is weird. I don't like being in some drama shit in the stream and then it goes into game. It's fucking weird. I don't know, bro. Listen, boys, we go live another day, man. All right. And the next day we go live, we have to beat Elden Ring. All right. That's the deal. We have to beat Elden Ring. We have to. The next day we go live. All right, boys. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and get up out of here. W stream. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. I lost 2,000 subs. If you don't subscribe, man, fuck you, brother. You are a piece of shit. Bro, come on, man. Come on, man. Let me get a couple more, bro. We got to climb back up to 116. We got to come back. We got to climb back. This is diabolical, bro. All right, we got to climb back up to 116, bro. Okay. Come on, chat. Let me get a couple subs. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on, man. Let me get a nigga 3 subs. Man, fuck y'all, bro. Y'all